Clobberers and Clobberettes and Clobbeckers and Clobberassers and whatever else. Welcome, my friends. Good to see you all. I'm joined tonight by my great friend, Ace Castine, whom you've known. He's been with us a couple weeks back on a Saturday Night Star Trek, and I'm just honored to have him here. He's a great friend of mine, great lifelong friend. We've known each other for a long time, and he and I. One of the many things we share in common is we love just to shoot the shit about comics. We love to talk a little comics that we love. Since there aren't many of those around new, we have to go back in time a little bit, but we're willing to do that just for you.
Yeah,
What's up, buddy?
comics. Hey, brother. Good evening, everybody, and welcome Americans and folks from other countries as well. Because I know you got such a
We
broad
yeah, we got
back.
the world here.
Yeah, everybody comes on here, so it's
Yeah,
great to be on. Looking forward to it, and of course, we're speaking about older comics. You know, when you
yeah,
could respect a medium, unlike what we see today.
yeah. There's a good chance if you're looking for talking about the latest thing on in comics, you won't find it here, other than for me to make fun of it and trash it a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good chance. I bought one new comic this year, and it was the first one I bought in about 2 years. And yeah, so it didn't happen very often. But and I don't know what if Ace has even bought any lately. So yeah, we're gonna talk some old stuff. We got some fun stuff for you tonight, though. This is of course Monday night Mark C Comics Talk. All hail the great Mark C. Everyone, we miss our good buddy. And every time we do this show, it is a tribute to him and his family. He and I did a lot of fun shows together, and I always like to think whatever topic we do, even if we're just open geeking it with the comics, it's something that I know he would have loved to talk about, and he did because he was on here quite a bit with me. So we miss him. Can't believe it's been over a year that we lost him. So always a shout out to our fallen comrade there. And yes, thank you all for being here with us tonight. We will say some hellos really quickly after we do a couple of show notes. And again, by the way, on the one show note, just thank you all. Man, Saturday Night Star Trek just exploding. So many wonderful people hanging out with us on Saturday nights. It's just amazing. Thank you all for being here with us. Raquel and I always have a wonderful time, and it's because of you all. Thanks for your participation. We will get through TNG 7 season together, my friends. What was it? That reminds me of the conversation between Cap and Iron Man, when he says, "Well, what if?" When he says, "We'll fight them together, Tony. We'll lose, and we'll do that together too."
Yeah, it's starting to get rough. I mean, look,
Yeah.
we could talk bad about the last season of the original series, but if you have a series that went on for 7 seasons and you can literally probably come up with 15 absolutely great ones, something's not right.
That's probably If you go back and look at, I might not be able to get to a 15 or a 20 that I thought are really, really superb. Now again, it's blinders. Who knows? But we may actually do that. But anyway, for those who are, but the thing is, we have a fun time either way. But we try to be honest. If a great episode is a great episode, and we'll definitely talk about that. But if one sucks, we almost have a little bit more fun. That's because we're some right a-holes that way. We admit it. But before we get to the hellos, my good friends, a couple of show notes. Of course, tomorrow night, I will be a guest once a month. My great friend Stone Loki and I will be on Loki's channel. We do a DC animated film a month we review together, and we've having so much fun doing that. We've done some great ones. And tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be a guest on Loki's channel. We will review the DC animated film Green Lantern First Flight. So please join us for that.
Good film.
Yeah, it was really good. I had some issues with it when I first saw it, and I went back and watched it a couple of years so I'm looking forward to re-reviewing it again. It's got a lot of it is cool. I think it's Nathan Fillion doing the voice of Green Lantern. So in the not too distant future, next Sunday, actually July 1st, I believe that's a Friday. We'll get all the times ironed out, but just advance notice. I love my retro blasting friends so much, Michael and Melinda. They put on a fantastic Iconicon virtual con last year, which I was proud to be a part of. I did the comics of the 80s, the comic shops of the 80s panel, and really enjoyed it. And I sat on a few others. And I'm hosting a panel this year. It'll be toy comics. That is comics based on toys, and I'm researching that. Michael and some others are going to join us. Yeah, that's a cool topic because those who knows Retro Blasting, they don't really do a lot on comics, but they were nice enough to let me do that panel last year and to throw me this one here. And I just love them to pieces. They're great friends. And,
they are really, really a national treasure. I mean,
they're amazing.
What they're able to do and how they're able to reach fans. And, I'm not sure they do it for much more than they love the medium and they love getting people involved in it. And look, it awakens a lot of things we haven't thought about. I mean, listen, we do this, you do the toy comic thing that you're doing. And, we end up talking about stuff like ROM and Crystar and Micronauts and things right. And things that folks haven't talked about in many years. So I just really love their work. I mean, they are really a national treasure for what they're doing for the medium.
I love them. This is their 10th year anniversary. They're getting close to that 100K mark on their channel, which is fantastic. And they really helped me a lot. Michael and Melinda, of course, Michael a couple weeks back had a great time on my show when we did our re-ranking of the Marvel movies. So that's a lot of fun. One other quick show note. Wednesday night, usually it's Wild Card Wednesday, but I might throw a topic up. I don't know. That is because Wednesday's the 25th. It's the actual real Star Wars day. I hate that May the 4th crap.
Yeah.
I might just do a little Star Wars talk. And I might just do a little Star Wars talk. We will see what happens on that. And, of course, that Clubhouse Thursday night and, again, Saturday night Star Trek after that. And here's a little quick teaser before we get to the hellos. Tonight, we're going to talk about the rarest Superman comic book of all.
Ooh.
That's going to be something. You all might enjoy that. Let's see what we got going with our great clobberers who are here with us tonight. Thank you all so much. Your Muslim uncle is here. What's up, buddy? Good friend of the show. Good to see you, bub. Also a Retro Blasting fan. He says, now, I'm going to have to get back to you on that and trying to answer that. By the way, big shout out to Paulie with Latino Slant. I was a guest on a video he filmed today, which already aired. As you can find that video. I'll try to get a link up to it later. But I was a guest on it. We were talking about the new news about the Namor, the Submariner news that came out today.
Oh, God, Marvel. Jesus.
Yeah, he had me on with him there. We talked about that for a good while. Anyway, it's a good video. And he asked that question earlier, did Muslim Uncle, he said, did Thor ever fight Namor or Black Panthers? Thor's Namor or Black Panthers gods? It's a complicated question. I don't think he did. He did fight Namor a couple times. But I don't know, man. That's a long history to go back to. Certainly not in the Kirby eras, but give me some time on that one, buddy.
Who are those guys during it wasn't Acts of Vengeance. It was man, I can't remember it was the some of those
Atlanteans.
It was like
Atlantis attacks.
Yes. And it was like the Lemurians, something like that. And,
yes.
Yeah, and I think there were some issues where Thor was involved, but nothing on a grand scale like that.
Right. And thanks for that, because I've totally forgotten about that. The Polymese minion and the pup, or her puppy. Please go to her channel, everybody. She has some wonderful videos of the puppy, which is the Clobberin Times official mascot there. J-Man Buddy. What's up, man? We got to get together and do a show again soon. He's got a great channel, everyone. Now, there's a guy who he does follow some modern comics, because I know I rag on him about him enough. I love teasing him and Mark C. and Lord Thoth for buying modern crap. So the J-Man buys new shit.
What is it?
Now, I love you, Jay. And but he's a great guy, great friend.
Like Raquel.
Yeah, but again, I'm not as good at that as Raquel does. Naturally, not as good at the raspberries. But J-Man, good to see you. And hello to Sean out there, brother. And I hope we get together soon. We've reviewed some comics together, J-Man and myself. And we were hopefully going to review some more soon. We'll pick up one to review. Listen, we've reviewed Kingdom Come together. We reviewed Batman Hulk together. We had a lot of fun. Reviewing good comics is too much fun, man. And hopefully Ace and I will review something soon. Because, dude, I'm not kidding, man. It was just so much fun. All right, so here we go. Comic Relief Crusader, what's up, bro? Good to see you, buddy. The great Eric K, the master of wrench. In fact, the bronze wrencher. Good to see you there, Bronze. What a great pal he is. Thank you, Eric, for being here, brother. Hello there, Chris. And also another master of all that is wrench Canadian. Master of the Canadian wrench, Chris Persia. My brother, what a great friend of the show you are as well. Thank you. Gwagnar, what's up, man? A new friend. Good to see you. The man of iron himself, D. Bud Martin, the master of Iron Man armor knowledge. He's written a book. That's true. That happens. But he has written an Iron Man armor book. He is an extraordinary fellow and a good buddy. D-Bud, I hope you're feeling better, man. Recovering, bro.
What's up, D-Bud? Maybe you could tell us why the Tony Stark version didn't have a nose on it.
We've actually talked Iron Man nose and all that stuff. And by the way, you laugh. He can do that. Scotty.
I bet, no doubt.
Oh, you can do it for sure. He's written the book. Scotty, good to see you there. Good to see you there, Mr. Scott. Hungry. I love Hungry Boys. Always got new handles. Hungry to Clobber Bad Comics. Well, we're here to do that. But tonight we're just going to talk cool stuff. But yeah, we're always ready to clobber on the bad comics. Dave G. Sound. Hello there, Dave. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Let's see here. Anybody else? David Rayborn, my own blood, my cousin. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, bro.
Did I see the great Melinda from Retro Blasting on here?
Oh my goodness, there you are, Melinda. Oh my. Just did you hear me talking about you guys? Well, I love you, and it's great to see you. I cannot wait. Like I said, I was talking a little bit about Iconicon. We're going to get getting closer to the date, and I'm working on that panel. It is fantastic to see. I hope you and Michael are having a wonderful night. You are the best. Oh, poppycock. Everyone knows comics better than me. But comics will just rot your brain anyway. Let's do it the Carl Tupper way. Why you buy them damn comic or funny books? Don't you know they'll rot your brain?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, you asshole?
You and Mark are just a couple of assholes and buy comic books. Yeah, those who didn't know him, you'd have loved him. It was a great one. Kal-El Buddy. And by the way, I'm going to do a couple other things in addition to that story I just mentioned earlier. That is again, the rarest Superman comic book of all time. But I'm going to the one you suggested. Don't worry, Kal-El. I'll take care of that. I got a couple other lists to make fun of. We got some stuff. I got some stuff to beat up on.
That looks like a Swanderson Superman.
That is at least a Swan. I don't know if it was their Sudden part because I think that was inked by Dave Hunt. But yes, it was Swan. That was Swan, buddy. And we're going to talk a little more about Mr. Swan soon. Let's see. Snort a Poop. I didn't see you in a while. Snort a Poop. It's Cuber. Good to see you, stranger. I hope you're doing well, man. Mr. Gas Mask Animations. Hello there, Jack. Of course, the son of our wonderful departed great friend, Mark C. I hope you are doing well. See, new Top Gun and Stranger Things season are coming, he says. So I understand. So, and thank you for that. And I hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing some great animations out there for us. Hello there, Trevor Cunningham. Thank you for being here. Let me see. Almost to the end there, Bob. We like to shout everyone out. We're just the way we are around here.
Your Muslim uncle is here.
Is he back?
Yeah, I said your Muslim uncle is here.
Yeah, there he is. Your Muslim uncle. What? All right, good to see you there, bro. Yeah, hey, Zach.
Assalamu alaikum.
There you go. I would not have known how to say that. But good to see you, your Muslim uncle. He's a good friend of the show, and he's a good dude. We've talked before. And the thing is, he would need a time machine to be my uncle because you are a young feller. Don't lie to me, man. I know you're young. But I appreciate you being here, sir. I hope you and your family are doing well. What's it? Come on, Clobber. Your mother didn't like comics. Hey, she's your aunt. You know she didn't like comics.
He had to hide them from her because right?
Shit, they destroyed my damn comics at one point. They burned my damn comics like Yahtzees.
Yeah, they said it was Antichrist. Huh?
I said, and then I said to them, like Sean Connery, it tells me that goose-stepping morons like yourself should try reading comics instead of burning them. I had comics instead of books, but you know what I mean. Remember that line?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? This little diary tell you that does not tell us, eh? Yeah, Jones? Hey, J25. Hello there, buddy. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to do it with comics again, just because I like the line so much. It tells me that goose-stepping morons like yourself should try reading books instead of burning them. Instead of burning them. There you go. Yeah.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
I hate these guys. We can't say that with an M. We say Yahtzees here because we're going to get
Yahtzees.
Yeah, yes. It's just That is so silly, but it's true. I mean, it doesn't matter. Now, Indiana Jones could say it. I guess if you played the clip and he said it for a second, I don't know. You probably still get in trouble. Who knows? Screw them.
It's not the age; it's the mileage.
Love it. I mean, we'll take a look at it, though. Don't worry about that, Kal-El. Let's see. First up, who wants to hear about the rarest Superman comic book of all time? Mark David, I'm sorry. What's up, buddy?
I do.
Who wants to hear about that? Let's see here. Okay. Well, first off, I want to tell everyone my source for this, it's one of those, like, this is one of those weird things. The source that I get this from is one of the best blogs about comics. It's run by a guy. I'm not going to go into it. You'll see his name. I personally I have a lot of problems with on other things, but he, like a lot of people that use work you might like, you see where I'm coming from. You don't really coexist on other things. And by the way, I'm not saying disagreement. That's different. I don't mind who we disagree with. He's just not very. He's historically not very nice to those who disagree with him, if you see what I'm saying. Nevertheless, He has a great, and of course, he also has done a crappy job working at Marvel Comics. Tom Brevoort. But Tom, to his credit, has a great blog. He'll never hear about me talking about it anyway. If he does and says, don't show my shirt, I won't. But till then, I'm going to show it, and he can go screw if he doesn't like it. He can go screw.
Yeah, he can go edit New Warriors.
Yes, and he probably will. He said it to get right now. Where are we at? Okay. Now, where are you? Well, there it is. I got it. Okay. Circa 1988, 89, there was a billionaire. Now I'm taking my eye off the screen a little bit. I'll make sure this is on there first, though. Okay, there was a billionaire, folks. Some of you probably know this story. I don't know. You might not. Everyone's saying they never even heard of this. But there was a billionaire by the name of, his last name was Bradman.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. If you look at this Kurt Swan art. Okay, Godfrey Bradman was a British real estate mogul who had accrued, he should say, an enormous fortune measured in the billions. In 1988, his son Daniel was both an enormous Superman fan and also coming up on his bar mitzvah. So Bradman made arrangements to give him a very special gift. He commissioned DC Comics to create an original 8-page Superman story starring his son, his son's friends, and all of the family. The book was given out to guests at Daniel's bar mitzvah, the only distribution it ever had. There were 200 copies, basically.
My God.
Custom comics have been a part of most publishers' publishing plans for decades, so this wasn't out of whack. But typically, most custom comics are produced for a client in order to get a message across. In other words, they were used for advertising, right?
Right.
And advertising like Radio Shack.
Twinkies.
Not only that, they used to make whole comics for Radio Shack and other businesses.
Wow. Yeah.
But they only made 200 of these, and they got Kurt Swan, of all people. At the time, he was still doing some Superman comics, but he was still at that time established, for me, the greatest Superman artist of them all. The story was written by David Levin, who wasn't at DC long. I've never really heard of him. Maybe you have, Hungry Boy. Let me know if you have. The inks by Angelo Torres, whom I have heard. I didn't really like the inking on this story very much. And it's just a nothing little cute story with Superman and his family. They get attacked. It's 8 pages. The rest of the book is a John Byrne reprint in the cover gallery.
Ugh.
As you can see here, without staying on the, you can go find it yourself and read the story if you want to. I don't want to stay on any man's site too long because they don't like that. But as you can see here, it's got Kurt Swan art right there. If somebody customized a Kurt Swan comic for me, I would have it. I mean, it would be just like, show Mark Wade's face for a second. Ugh.
Oh my God.
I'd be going nuts, dude. My own Kurt Swan Superman comic. So, Surly Tim, hello there.
Yeah, and no matter that this plot is obviously rather silly and having a good time with the kid. I mean, one would ask, do you think that kid really realized he had a legendary artist in a history of comics do this thing for his bar mitzvah?
Probably not. Probably not. And the good news is on something like this is Kurt got paid way more than he did normal page rates, which is good for him. JD
Right.
Lewis, what's up, buddy? And hello there, Surly Tim. I just think this was just so cool that I don't know. I mean, I'd have freaked out if I were that kid. He was, well, he probably did actually. I mean, we don't see anything about how he reacted, but and it's just the family gets taken to some planet by aliens, and they're and it's kept in like a zoo as for other aliens to look at, and they capture Superman. They got kryptonite rays. The kids have to go in and sneak into this little thing and go turn that thing off so Superman can go beat up the aliens and get them back home. Boom, boom, boom. That's all your story.
Well, shit, Mike, that sounds better than the quest for peace.
That does sound better than that. Way better than the quest for peace. But yes. So again, a little weird, but I do highly recommend this blog. I got to admit, he's always got really cool stuff. And from where else I think about him, Brevoort, I mean, loves all the great stuff. He loves Blake 7. He loves Half Gun Will Travel. He loves Doctor Who. He loves he loves old Golden Age. This is a very good blog. There's a lot of good stuff. I got to give it to him on that. And so, yeah. Anyway, so there you go, folks. The rarest Superman comic ever made, probably. Yeah, and the kid probably didn't even mind that there was a Byrne reprint in there from.
He might have
sure
he'd probably just decided not to have his bar mitzvah because of the Byrne stuff in there.
Yeah, he might have killed himself for the he might have cut it out like I would have with scissors.
He might have wrote a note on it saying, "Please sign here. I destroyed Superman."
Imagine that though. That they don't just make the 8 pages for him.
Yeah.
Somehow they give him like a whole story as well, and then a bunch of Superman cover pictures in there.
Yeah.
So like maybe like a 30-something pages little pamphlet thingy there. 200 copies. So I don't know. I wonder if anyone ever sold any of them over the years. That's one of the things we're trying to find out.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting.
Can you imagine? How would you even price that?
Do you think it would be like, I don't think like those X-Men for Africa and that those kind of issues, I don't think they've really held up really well for what they were being sold. You know what I'm talking about? Like when those times, like, and I think Teen Titans did a Just Say No comic. And I think
they did. They did a Keebler. It was sponsored by Keebler.
Yeah, and there was a Aid to Africa thing in the mid '80s, I think, that X-Men did, Uncanny X-Men, with the Arthur Adams cover. That was amazing, but I don't think they've held up real crazy price wise. I'm gonna look it up.
I'd have to see. I can't from StreamYards. I can't link to that thing, Mark D. So I can't look at that article. But if you could send it to me on the Ass Book, I'd appreciate that, bud. So yeah, I don't know. Crazy stuff, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was a cool little story to show everybody. Weird.
It would have never come out otherwise.
Yes. And Kurt got a little extra cash there, huh?
Yeah, and he's another one of the greats that I would assume. I wouldn't say he died penniless, but he certainly didn't. He certainly didn't die with the amount of respect, both in credit and monetary payment. So I mean, it's a shame what that guy had to put through, and all those old guys.
All of them. Oh God, yeah, all of them. Absolutely, yes. And Guagnard's correct, by the way, everyone. I showed a little bit of this, not this story, but a little bit of the latest issue of Back Issue, which is great. Oddities of the Bronze Age, and so it has more on this story. I just went to the Brevoort thing because it had just a little. It had the whole comic on there. That actually had all 8 pages. But yes, there's there's an article about it in the wonderful new issue of Black Issue magazine. In fact, we're gonna when I do open Marksy Comics Talk, the new let's see. I have a random back issue segment here that we're going to do a little bit later. I've decided to make that a staple of the open mark. Unless we have a topic type talk, we'll pick out a random issue of Back Issue Magazine to take a look at. And we got a good one tonight because our special guest here will enjoy that. It's something we both enjoy. But right now, Kal-El sent me. Kal-El, I'm going to look into this thing you sent me. Oh, thanks, Mark. I had Mark D, different Mark. He said, obscure island. Here we go. All right. Let's take a look at this before we do that. $5,000. Is that all?
Ooh. 5,000.
Only $5,000, huh? I could see that, I guess. It's only 8 pages.
Yeah. And only 200 copies.
But the thing, what would make me think it would have been more is because, yes, it's 200 copies, but that's in 1988. How many survived? How many people were willing to let go of it?
Those other kids probably just threw it in the garbage when it went
right.
home.
I mean, who knows how many
fans? Yeah.
Right. Who knows how many copies there are left? So I'm a little surprised by that price, but I got you. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm so glad someone thought to preserve this comic digitally by posting it online. Otherwise, it would. Yeah. I guess I'm sure that they got it from somewhere. So probably Bradman, who would be obviously well into his adulthood now, made it available for some people. I know that Tool Shed Mark Wade did a video on it.
God, he just ruined himself.
Oh, he did.
He has no respect for himself.
$8,000 somewhere else, but no details, says Wagner. Okay. That kind of seems a little bit more, just because it's a Kurt Swan work that, who knows what happened to the original art, but a Kurt Swan work that was so limited in distribution. I mean, there's no distribution. It's unless you call distribution handing it out at a party or a bar mitzvah. So, and imagine the condition. I mean, none of them could be in that great a condition. So I don't know. Crazy stuff. But yes,
I found another reference in CBR that says that in 2011, with a CGC rating of 9.6, they sold for $2,600.
Okay, there you go.
So I mean, it's not $2.50. It's not $2.50. It's in the thousands.
Yeah. And again, understandably so. Okay. Our good buddy Kal-El, who's just been such a good friend of the show for so long, Superman himself, asked me to take a look at a because you know me, I like lists. I know Minimus makes fun of me for messing with lists, but I like them because they make good conversation pieces. You can find stuff to talk about them. Let's see.
Stories. Minimus stories.
Pop goes to the culture. I'm not sure what that is. You said Mark D, but I'll check it out in a second. Oh, by the way, you know what that reminds me of? What you just reminded me of that I meant to talk about earlier, even though it's not comics related in particular, only slightly it is. Went to see Star Trek: The Motion Picture director's cut 4K restoration at the theater yesterday with my friend Scott Young and our friend Claude. And cool. It was great to see. It was beautiful. Getting to see V'ger finally in all its glory, all of its, director's cut glory. The director's cut adventure is just beginning. And we got to listen to Star Trek, the motion picture, the overture, which is always beautiful. Fun right before the movie. Wah, 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 wah. Love it. Wah, wah, wah.
That was the first movie I ever saw in a theater in the Robert E. Lee Theater on Robert E. Lee Road in New Orleans.
My goodness, wow. Okay, I'll definitely check that out when I can. There, Mark. It's a blog by the guy who wrote that story for the Superman story with Kurt Swan. Thanks, buddy. Good. I want to read that. So anyway, yes, one of the things that I took away from it, obviously, all right, J-Man, take it easy, bro, man. I know it's late for you, buddy. Have a good one. One of the things I took away from going to see the movie, well, obviously because I've always loved it. I mean, it's not as great as Wrath of Khan. No one ever says it. Well, some say it is, but it's what really got me started into Star Trek. Because I always say I never got to see it as much as a kid, bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing all these ads for it on the back of Marvel Comics, Star Trek the motion picture, and I've already, just not too far removed from Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica and that kind of stuff. And then the Marvel Super Special comic comes out, and I buy it and wear that sucker out before the movie shows up. I went to see the movie, loved it, and then of course they start running the show here, and the rest is me. 42 years of just loving Star Trek.
How did you feel about the refit Enterprise when you saw it for the first time?
Again, I didn't have much to compare to. I'd seen the other one a lot, a little, but it was really, again, my first one that was part of something. So I don't know if that's why I love it the most, because I still love the original, but it could be. It's the first one hey, Woke Breaker. Good to see you, bud. So I don't know. I love it. And again, of course, it was beautiful seeing it on the screen yesterday, but because I've been, and this is my own fault, forcing myself to watch filth a lot lately, like Strangled Nude Worms and Pee Hard when that was on a couple of weeks ago. Strangled Nude Worms is filthy, trashy crap. But that's another argument. I'm not gonna get into that argument here. All I'm gonna say is this: when I watch, this shouldn't even affect me. Okay, when it dawns on me, I'm sitting there watching Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and I'm like, you know what? Any old movie you watch that predates something like 2005 or whatever, maybe 10, people actually each character talked like individual characters. After a certain point, Marvel movies and other things, in the way just this generation that's writing movies now, everybody talks exactly the same, and everybody's got to be quippy, and Whedon talk, and it was Whedon speak, they used to call it, and all this stuff. Everybody's got a smart ass remark. I'm like, wow, I'm watching Star Trek with adults.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
the whole show doesn't remind you that there's a bunch of kids on the bridge.
Right.
And in the middle of crises, they're joking around and being selfish.
Everyone makes a wisecrack. Whereas, like in Strangled Nude Worms in the second episode with Captain Piker, and I'm sorry, I don't care how good an actor Anson Mount is, the show sucks. He says fire torpedoes, then he looks over to the side and goes, I love my job.
Yeah.
He's a captain of a freaking Starfleet vessel. And Jeffrey Hunter, who is the only Pike, let's face it. Could you imagine him acting like that? And with a goofy, the first episode he started out, by the way, he knows his own fate. That's retarded.
Yeah.
Oh, I said a bad YouTube word. Sorry. And that is one that can get you in trouble. Anyway.
Can you say ruh?
Ruh. That's T.B.D. That's
Tad.
I'm not even kidding. You can't. That's a word. That's an algorithm. No. But anyway,
how about a booger eater?
Yeah, I think you're fine right there.
Right.
So anyway, they have horrible dialogue in that trash, and yet when I watch this, you can say what you want about the film, whether you enjoy it or not. They just act like individual characters. Where on these horrible new shows, because they are written by collectivist jerk-offs, everybody talks exactly the same. They all talk like they've been sitting watching nothing but Marvel movies on last. And I like some of the Marvel movies, obviously. But that's how the idiots who write for these stupid CW Trek shows, and that's all it is. It's like CW Star Trek. They all talk the same. And whereas this one, these characters, Kirk has a great arc in the motion picture. He's coming off of 2.5 years sitting on a desk. We know Kirk. They write flawed characters correctly in this case. We know Kirk is obsessed with the Enterprise. And he will sometimes do something a little. He used like McCoy said, you've rammed getting this command down Starfleet Command's throat, and he used any chance to get the Enterprise back. Kirk's flawed in that way. Spock's flawed in his search for perfection. McCoy's flawed, and because and yet he's the cohesive tape that holds them both together. And you have this exchange on the bridge. Okay, this is writing that these idiots can never do. And we'll go to comments in a second. Just want to say, so you have. Kirk knows we don't know what to do now because V'ger's about to wipe out the planet. And he says he can't figure it out. This is why Kirk needs Spock. Earlier in the film, when McCoy makes a crack about Spock serving his own interest, Kirk says, Bones, we need him. And then he looks at Spock and says, I need him. And that's just a beautiful scene. But earlier than that, when he greets McCoy, remember he says, damn it, Bones, I need you. I mean, so Kirk is admitting a lot of his flaws. He knows he's not perfect, unlike Michael Burnham, who's the bestest ever at everything. So he admits up front. He tells McCoy, damn it, Bones, I need you. He tells Spock, I need him. We need him. I need him. Well, later, sure enough, Kirk is out of ideas. The planet's about to be wiped out. Spock says, Captain, V'ger is a child. I suggest you treat it as such. Boom! Spock lights Kirk on fire, and he comes and he says, starts the bluff. I know why the creator has not answered. Boom. And McCoy's right there. McCoy makes a couple of wisecracks at Spock. We don't see Kirk making silly jokes because he's serious. He's all business. We don't see Spock making silly jokes. We don't see
the Earth was about to be destroyed.
Like, nobody's making dopey quips, although except for one guy who's in his character. McCoy is still ragging on Spock. He says, your child is having a tantrum, Mr. Spock. So it's actual characterization in writing. You might say that's no big deal. No, those are all key things to writing good characters. And these are people you can believe are in Starfleet are the best of the best. But they're not saying stuff like, whatever freaks your geek, whatever tweaks your freak pal, which someone actually said on an episode of a show that they've got the nerve to call Star Trek the other night. I'm watching it. So go screw Alex Klutzman. Just a little writing, just a little talk about writing there. I'm sorry, I know we're doing comics tonight, but it just felt good, to watch real Trek and just to see something with mature writing on Star Trek,
Yeah, so, you know what? There's some good things to look at. Okay, I mean, it's certainly better to look at than some of the things we've seen in the past. But I mean, you got a bunch of kids on a bridge, and now you got a couple superheroes. You got evidently Khan's great granddaughter, and number one is some kind of mutant.
She's an augment, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
an augment.
She can't just be cool on her own and be able to get things done on her own as a career officer, which was pretty awesome what Byrne did with her in his series on the number one character, which is absolutely aped by this stuff that she needs some kind of fire powers, and she needs some kind of Illyrian roids in order for her to be able to be interesting beyond a person who's achieved things on her own.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Okay, so anyway, you'll be interested in this. I think this list, I have not seen this. This is going to be a surprise to both of us. Our good buddy Kal-El had a request, and this is Superman related in a sense. So it's a list of the 10 best actors to play Luthor, and I know I'm gonna not like this. I know I'm not gonna like this, but you have two guys here who, like you, Kal-El, love Superman, so we'll have something to say about it. And after that, we're gonna, if you're a big fan of Clobby's blood pressure boiling, you might like the next one we're gonna do after this. Yeah, if you're just a big fan of the boiling blood pressure from Clobby, the next list we're gonna look at is for you. This one might get it too, though. All right, so here we go.
And next on Clobberin Times, Clobby has an aneurysm.
Yeah, exactly. It's aneurysm times. Yeah. Now, of course, Screen Rant's crap, so you got to expect more on it, you see. So, but again, thank you for this content there, Kal-El, because, he's been a good friend of the show. And Kal-El asks, you do something. So, all right, let's see here. 10, Jason Isaacs in Gods and Monsters. Go screw yourself. Gods and Monsters is good. He's a good actor. He knows he's a scumbag and he was on he worked on STD, the piece of garbage. So I call BS on this simply because it's Jason Isaacs and because it's from that horrific Gods and Monsters. You have anything to say? Have you seen that one?
This these superheroes, these monsters.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
I never could watch it because you know why? Because I don't want to see Garbaggio like that. Number 9, Stephen Blum, Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. Okay, I hate Flashpoint.
Yeah.
What is it with this list? 2 animated so far. They're not even going to have my favorite Luthor on this list. That's my prediction. Let's see, right?
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you've seen this. So I'll get your comments on it. I hate Flashpoint Paradox, in my opinion, is the first film where these movies start. The DC animated movies started to turn to shit.
Yeah, it's absolute. I didn't watch any of the DC movies after Flashpoint.
I think I watched one other, but yeah, this is garbage, filthy crap. So number 9,
Everybody lost their drawers in this one.
Oh, it had some disgusting shit in it. I mean, seriously, I know it was based on the comic, but
yeah,
another animated. I mean, is this all gonna be animated or what? Maybe did it say? No, it's got the third another animated, but it's supposed to have a lot that I care, but live. Okay, all right. 8, Rainn Wilson, Death of Superman. I don't have an opinion because I couldn't stand to watch either. We did it in both of them. Oh, he did it in that's the 2-parter. This was the remake animated film of that.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen it.
Well, he's great in The Office. I'm not sure he's a Lex Luthor.
Hey, Rod Thunderheart, good to see you. A new Thor trailer? I don't know. Is there a new one again? I have not seen it. If there's a new one, I didn't think it was a new one. But
I'll tell you what, if she was that big in Revenge of the Sith, then Anakin wouldn't have had to turn to the dark side. I mean, she looks like she's built like a brick house.
Yeah. That's so fake. That's
I
fake,
must save her. Well, shit, she's Thor now, so you don't have to worry.
Yeah, hell yeah. Maria with T and Telly. Hello there, lovely lady. It's good to see you. Always nice to have the ladies stopping in. It is wonderful to see you pop in tonight, and I hope you are doing well. 44 minutes ago, well, I will have to check that out after the show. I can't really show trailers. You can get dinged big time for your channel if you show trailers, Rod. So I will not look forward to that with a due exhaustion and dread, but I will see it. Thank you, Rod, for that. It's good to see you, buddy. Rod's a good pal of the show. All right, so let's see here. I have no opinion on this one either. Okay, another animated. Is this all about animated? I did see this one, and I don't have an opinion because I only saw it once, and I hate the Death of Superman in any way. And James Marsters is a good actor, but I can't imagine he was particularly. Okay, now we're the first live action one. Okay, I have an opinion here. This sucks donkeys. I hate Kevin Spacey as this.
Oh,
he was awful in my opinion.
I felt like he was too smug. You know, there's a link between his aggression and his intelligence and his scheming, and Lex Luthor's supposed to have total control of himself. That guy acted like a petulant child.
Yes, he's also just kind of boring. He's a great actor, in spite of what a scumbag we all found out what he is. He's a great actor, but I wouldn't have picked him for this anyway. And he's just sleepwalking through it. I thought. Yeah. So
a lazy performance.
Yeah. I mean, I know he didn't want to copy Hackman. Maybe he should have tried to copy Hackman because at least he was fun. And of course, John Shea. Okay, big confession. I know that time has been kind to this show, and a lot of people love Lois and Clark and the Harlequin Adventures of Superman. I'm not one of them. I have nothing against Dean Cain. Good dude. Really nice guy from what everyone says. But this show, if you're going to do a Superman show, I'm in. I'll try. If you're going to make a show about Lois and Clark, and I know there's a new one called Superman and Lois. I'm not talking about that. I'm kind of blah. And this guy is Luthor. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people liked him. Just not my taste. But what did you think? You liked him?
Man, I thought this guy was like Victor Newman in Young and the Restless. I was like, kind of what he didn't command the respect of a Lex Luthor. He just looked like he was like a, you know what? He had that BS Luthor businessman stuff that Byrne,
it was Byrne
brought
Luthor,
in, and so like that didn't, you know, he's not the crazed genius scientist Darius Dax type guy. You know, Darius
Dax, good reference.
He didn't do anything for me. I mean, listen, I like that guy Dean Cain. I wanted to watch it when I was a kid, but I just felt like that show was, you know, it was some guy walking around with a Superman suit on.
As you know, I was married back when this show was on the air.
Yeah.
It was one of 2 shows I was not allowed in the room when my then wife was watching it. That and Quantum Leap, because I was such an asshole about this show. Because look at Superman. Quantum Leap, I was just being a jerk. I admit it. Because I didn't have any skin in the game. I was just being an a-hole.
But there are many times that we would be a-holes to TV shows to irritate other people.
Of course. I admit it. So I guess it's just, Terry Hatcher's wonderful, you know.
Yes.
But I just also on a Superman note, he might be fine as Superman. I don't like this. I thought his costume color was wrong. The blue was too I don't
Yeah,
know,
and you know what
shiny.
else was weird? For a while, his belt was like square, like
Yes.
I don't know. The whole thing just didn't. It was a bastardized burn Superman, which wasn't worth me watching anyway.
We Superman fans are very protective of that costume. Okay, for those who don't know, we're big. We're sticklers on the costume. We admit it. It's got to be right.
Yeah, he doesn't need to wear an Iron Man costume like Screw 52 made.
No, no.
He's wearing a metal costume.
This is crap. Only I didn't. By the way, I did not stick around long enough on Pooper Girl to
Oh God,
find out about this.
he looks like a weasel.
Yeah, Lenny. He's Lenny. He's Lenny Luthor. Remember from Superman 4?
Yeah.
Oh God! I mean, John Cryer's a weenie head. I can't imagine this being that high up. So that shows. But to be fair, I didn't watch him. I'm just saying I don't like him. Whether his performance is good or not, the show sucked.
Scrote Luthor.
Yes, that show was terrible, dude. I was so stupid. I watched the whole first season of Supergirl. Hated it. I watched. You know what?
Hated it.
Hated it. You know what I dumped out of the second season? 2 episodes in, when they saw what they were doing to Mon-El and the Daxamites at war with Krypton, I said, "Go to freaking hell!"
And my whole life, and you've known this, like we've talked about this countless times, how much I love Mon-El and how great it would have been for him to have some, decent modern storytelling that was done by,
yes,
what like a Grant Morrison or something like that. I was always intrigued by that character, and we finally get something, but it's pure shit.
Oh, Krypton at war with Daxam. Go screw you, Jagoffs. Hell no. I hated it. Yeah, it was garbage.
Hated it.
Hated it. So number 4, this list is Screen Rant. By the way, I still appreciate it. Kal-El, look, I still appreciate it, but this is always fun. It's fun no matter what we think of the list. 3, Hackman. I love Hackman. I'm glad he's at least high on the list. Yes, there was some comedic elements to his portrayal. Yes, but he was still mad scientist on the run from the police, Luthor, which I love. It was pre-Burn, of course. Sure, he played it pretty in kind of a camp way in the 3 films he was in, but he's thoroughly entertaining, especially in the first one. And Hackman was just brilliant in the role. I loved him. I admit it. So
yeah, there are so many elements of that film that don't line up exactly with the mythos of the time, but it still, in my mind, was pretty loyal to the character, and his pure hatred of Superman really comes out. I don't know that you could say that anybody else, barring, and I'm going to throw this out there, barring the Luthor from.
He won't be on.
I don't know if he's on there or not, but
we're going to talk about him when we know he's not on there.
Yeah.
Sure, we're going to talk about that gentleman because it's a shame he gets screwed over.
Yeah,
but yeah, Hackman, at least that's the one worthy person so far.
No doubt
on the list. So number 2, Clancy Brown. That's fair. He is great. It's an animated voice, of course. Hey. Yeah, I agree with you. Retro blasting, my good friend. Good to see you there, bro. Yeah, retro blasting at 3 is bullshit. I mean, excuse me.
Welcome, retro blasting.
Hackman at retro blasting. I meant retro blast. Sorry.
Yeah.
Retro blasting's number 1. But yes, I'm sorry. I meant Hackman at 3 is crap. Yeah, total garbage, Mike. Good to see you there, brother. Hope you guys are doing great. Love you.
Most of these representations, I'm not sure most of America has seen.
No, nobody. This geeks who made this list. I love animation, so I'm fine with having animated stuff on there. But do you really compare it to a live action acting performance anyway? I don't know about that. But they're doing it, so we'll just have to go with it. And 2, Clancy Brown is great on the Superman and the Justice League shows.
Yeah,
he does a great job.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta give him some credit. I mean, there's some decency there. And I think even in Justice League Beyond the Superman animated series, he had a pretty good performance there when he showed up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was great on that. I mean, no question. I just always liked Clancy Brown as an actor. Number 1, I knew it was going to be Michael Rosenbaum. I have nothing against the guy as an actor, and I look, everyone. I know a lot of you are fans of Small Swill, but not me. Look, call me revolutionary. Call me irresponsible. Call me what you want to call me. But I want superheroes with my superheroes. When you water down, and when the idiots who made Smallville, it lasted 10 years, people love it. That's fine.
No
Some people
capes,
I
no
love
tights.
dearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come out in the beginning of their show. No flights, no tights. Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, good. I'm out. I don't need to watch. Thanks for the warning. I don't have to watch your shit show ever, and I won't. So Smallville, you start on the wrong foot with me. That's it. When it comes to how much I love Superboy. And there's the thing. I love Superboy.
Yes.
Both of us here love Superboy. You're doing a show that is kind of it's not about anything, but it's closer to about Superboy than about Superman because he's younger, and you're not going to have a costume ever. People like that show. Many people that I love dearly like that show, and I respect that, but I do not. I hate it, and I've seen a couple things here and there, snippets of him, so I'm not qualified to judge whether he's good or not. I'm sure he's a good actor. I don't, but I knew he was going to be number one. I'm calling bullshit. I'm saying that Sherman Howard, if there's going to be a number, first of all, I'd probably have Hackman at number one, maybe. But
Yeah.
Sherman Howard, who Mark had alluded to, Ace alluded to earlier,
Superman.
he was, look, the Superboy TV show, say what you want about it. The third season had a lot of good episodes, but the second and third season featured an actor named Sherman Howard, who was brilliant. He was dude, I'm sorry, he was the perfect Luthor for me.
Well, and you know, they took advantage of their opportunity to tell the Superboy story, albeit it's also different from the comic. But what they had in Smallville was a total missed opportunity, and because I think this guy Rosenbaum, I think he could have really played off a young Luthor, but it's tainted by this entire Byrne Superman filth that takes Clark Kent from being Superboy, from joining the Legion of Superheroes, and having these adventures that lead to him being the great Superman we all know, into just being some guy that in some cases wants to play football or is just walking around as an average Joe when he can fly and hear people on the other side of the world. It's just, that whole era of Crisis and Byrne changing, at that time, the 60, 50-year-old mythos has poisoned, and it has touched every bit of Superman comics, TV shows, movies, everything.
I love what Retro Blasting says here. Smallville Luthor, only if number one is earned by quantity, not quality. Smallville is the Golden Corral buffet to Christopher Reeve's Wolfgang Puck banquet. So true, buddy. Yeah, I know. They are endowing, ignoring Kirk Allen's, what was that guy's name? Tor Johnson or whatever? Not Tor Johnson. I'm kidding. It wasn't Tor Johnson.
That would be great.
It reminded me of Tor Johnson. Oh, I always forget that from the serials, Superman, and then Adam Van versus Superman, where they had Luthor in it. I can't remember. I met Kirk Allen, of course, one of the great things ever. I remember, but D-Bud, I cannot remember the guy's name. It'll come back to me. But anyway, here's Sherman Howard. There's going to be so little info on him as Luthor, because he
was great though.
Oh, he was. I mean, he was. I love this episode where Superboy goes to this parallel Earth, and it turns out that Luthor, the Superboy on that Earth, got so pissed off at the Luthor of that Earth because he killed a little girl or something, and he killed him with this. He sliced him in two with his heat vision. And Superboy of our Earth meets him. Of course, now that Superboy's all feeling all guilty, and he's paying for it and stuff. Lyle Talbot, thank you, JD, for the win. I should have known that too, because I've seen that a lot. But Lyle Talbot, JD Lewis, you are the man. Anyway, that is exactly right. It is Lyle Talbot.
That show will never get the credit it deserves.
No, it doesn't. Remember, but he was chasing his Luthor into that universe, and because everyone thought that Luthor had come back to life, he was using that to be a televangelist, and he was he'd come back, and Anyway,
He was like a Gordon Godfrey. He was almost like a Gordon
yes.
Godfrey type character.
Yes, exactly. And exactly, that's absolutely right. So he was, and that was pretty cool, the Glorious Godfrey type thing. So he got brought back, and also then they had an episode where he was in the alternate world with the Yahtzee Superboy, where he became the good guy.
Yeah.
Then there was another one when they went to a parallel world where, Ron Ely was Superman.
Yeah,
and
that was
Luther was younger than him, but he was good because Superman was able to guide him to being good and stuff. So
that show was great.
I love that show. That Superboy show, it had no effects, no budget, but it would have a lot of good stories and a lot of good heart to it. So anyway, in my opinion, Callow, and thank you for the list, buddy. It was interesting for sure. My opinion, I Hackman, Sherman Howard. There haven't really been that many that played Luther to my. I mean, again, Clancy Brown's good.
Yeah, he's good, but
Yeah.
Stan Jones is the guy. For me, from Challenge of the Super Friends and besides Hackman, he's the Luther, the voice of Luther as a child for me. Because again, it's the real Luther. It's not tainted by anything that's going on in something that they've added in a movie or some TV show. It's the Luther of the comics. Yes.
Yeah, love it. Okay, now let's see if we can keep my blood pressure below a certain point for this next one. Wait till you hear this title. Okay, this next one we have, folks. All right, and when I tell you this title, you tell me if I'm going to be able to control myself because it's on Collider. That's bad. 10 greatest Fantastic Four comics of all time.
Oh, well, right there that you're going to be pretty angry. I don't think. I think we're in trouble. I think we need all of our friends, particularly any of those that are in Baton Rouge, to make sure they're on the edge of their seat to be able to provide geek care as quickly as possible.
I promise everyone, I swear, I will not kill anyone. Okay, I'm going to behave, but it just, look, I love to list things, Cal, because it's kind of fun. Look, they're great conversation pieces. You don't always agree with them, but they're fun one way or the other. I always like that kind of stuff. Here we go, folks. Oliver Belamonte. I'm sorry, I didn't see that pop in there. I was concentrating. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see who else is here. Anyone else who's popped in? I hope I did not miss you. I hope you're all having a great night on Monday night, Moxie Comics Talk. Let's see here. With my great buddy Ace Cast Iron. Great to have you here, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Let's see here. Just watch everyone's seeing the new Love and Thunder trailer. Or Thor is a clown. See, they're going to make him more. He's got his blood pressure. Yeah, I'm sick of the Thor as a clown crap. Hungry boy. Collider, he said Collider, Clobby. Now my blood pressure is going to go up. Hey, we know they're crap, so all right. Okay, for 10 greatest FF stories, huh? Hey, who do you think you are? Me? Who gets to decide that but me? Nobody in the cartoon universe. But I'm saying.
It's the top 10 issues of Fantastic Four by the friends of Stan Lee.
Yeah. It says top 10, but I'm saying 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand. Why does it say 5? Collider can't count. I'm trying to find them. Why does this thing say 5? You friggin' idiots. All right, let me see if I can find it.
It says, I see 1, 2.
All right.
2, 3.
I don't understand why it says 5.
4,
All right. All right, well, I'm going to go with it. Because look, see.
7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 in there.
Oh, no. I got it now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's FF number 5.
Oh, okay.
Collider, I'm already hate you just for being asinine. I knew that was FF number 5. You You don't say number 10. You just start
Yeah,
out.
yeah. How about give us the
number 10?
how about starting the countdown, Collider?
Right. Show the rank, you jackasses. Meet Dr. Doom, and it just says number 5. You're so lazy, you can't put number 10 at Fantastic Four number 5. You don't. You just got a number on there.
Yeah.
You are morons. Now I'm just pissed at what a bunch of jackasses you are.
Collide your head against the wall.
Good God. Hey, Mr. Angel. Good to see you. All right. Calming down, I promise. See, I'm telling you, look, see, I went to this, as you can see, and it says Meet Dr. Doom. Now, it is issue number 5. But when I see the number 5, I'm like, wait a minute, where's number 10? Instinctively. And it is true that it's, but because it doesn't say number 10, Fantastic Four, number 5.
Well, why would it make sense? Yeah,
there you go. All right. I don't have much of a comment on this. This is actually of the FF stories that you could choose from. No, I mean, this is an okay comic. I mean, it's very early on in the run. Is it worthy? Already, I'm like, wait a minute, guys. At number 10? Because, by the way, we're ranking it for you since you're too goddamn stupid to put the ranks on there. So number 10, I mean, at least it's a Kirby Lee issue, so I'm not pissed off at that. But considering some of the other stuff that's going to be on this list, it's going to be annoying. Number 9.
Well, it doesn't really go into depth of Dr. Doom's character at that time. I mean, you don't really fall in love with him in issue 5, you know?
It's very, it's right now, it's very rough around the edges.
Right.
So, yeah, Pop Culture Curator, good to see you there. Thanks for popping in. So, all right. Okay, number 9, and now I have to keep track of it because you assheads don't put breaking. Trial of Reed Richards. This is an okay comic. I wasn't really completely hating Burns' run yet, but I was getting kind of fed up with some of the stuff. I'm not sure I rank it among the best at all. It was an okay. Look, the comic was all right. I don't know about you, but it was fine. But I don't know about in the top 10 of anything.
I thought at that early stage, I'm talking. So let's say when he first joined FF, when he first came on FF, and they were still later. Yeah, well, so when they were still wearing the blue costumes and
yes,
but there were some great FF, and you know what?
I agree.
I think this was good as well. I just think we're on the verge of, when they go crazy and get rid of Ben and the whole Johnny and Alicia. I think that kind of soured a lot, because what Byrne does is the great things that he does publish. He goes off on his own crazy tangents and loses fans in the process, and he loves doing that. I believe
you can tell when he gets bored.
Yeah,
he's right. This is 30 issues into his solo run. Sorry, and but I was kind of aggravated at this point. I was still buying the comic, but I don't like those costumes. I don't like a lot of the stuff he was doing. I was really getting sick of him inking himself on his. Oh God.
Yeah.
So again, I just don't think it belongs in any top 10. But compared to some of the other ones in there, it's probably not as bad. So let's see.
I would say probably top 100. Would you say top?
Oh, absolutely. Right. Well, although there are 100 Kirby issues, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's another problem. This is number 8. Fantastic Four 57 through 60. It's lower than some garbage that doesn't belong better than it. This is a top 10er. This is a great story. It's in the thick of Kirby's at his finest.
Yeah, things are coming together. The humans are involved. But just look at it. Look at the dynamism that Kirby displays in that compared to issue number 5.
Look how bad this article is written. Let's talk about journalism. I'm no journalism scholar, everyone. So I can't say I know much about journalism, but as a reader, I can tell you this. Just look at this entry right here, and the other two probably. It says Dr. Doom gets the silver board, 57 through 4. It doesn't say. Look, same if it's 4 have had other titles, and then it just says 4 issues tell one cosmic. It mentions nothing about who wrote it, who really wrote it, who drew it, and At no time in any of these, let me see if the other one. They got John Byrne mentioned in the other one, and they don't mention Kirby in the first one either.
No,
Just
some guy,
garbage, man.
Just some guy, man.
Yep. All right, this is 7. Unthinkable. Okay, I like this comment. I like it. This was the Wade Mike Marengo.
Oh,
right.
So I'm still hurt by his loss.
Yeah, Mike Marengo.
What a great artist.
Soul. Yeah, Mike Marengo was a good artist. Yeah, and that was a loss. That really was.
Yeah.
Let's see. To be fair, number 5 is barely shaking off Atlas Monster comic days. That's absolutely. They were very. It was a very crude period. You can't expect as much as we love the characters in the comics, it was really starting. I didn't know what it was, what kind of animal it was. See, they tell you nothing. It just says unthinkable. It doesn't tell you the issues. This is terrible.
Yeah. Somebody's making money doing that poor workmanship.
Yeah, it's absolutely hell.
But that was a decent run. But what was weird in that is that they had Dr. Doom. And I know Dr. Doom is mystical as well, but they really focused on that. Like his armor had some kind of mystical power to it, and they really kind of tried to play on that piece on that run.
Yeah, this is garbage journalism. This tells you nothing. Doesn't give you an issue number. If you were someone who wanted to read it, and I mean, just unthinkable. That story lasted for how long? It was a long, But this idiot saw the trade paperback, a picture of it, and just wrote it down.
Yeah.
Okay, here's when we go to some shouting territory, folks. This is a piece of trash. Marvel Knights Fantastic Four by Grant Morrison. Ugly, disgusting crap. And again, look, no credit to other than Grant Morrison. They don't tell you who the artist is. Was that? I can't remember. Was it Jay Lee or somebody like that?
It looks like that. It looks like Jay Lee, unless he was just a cover artist on that.
Jay Lee's okay.
I gotta say, I really like JD's comment. John Byrne looked best on FF when he was inked by Jerry Woodway. That was some good. I love that.
For me, it was Joe Sennett, but yeah, I mean, I like Sennett. That was before. That was before his pre-run before he was right. Hello there, Dave. Good to see you, buddy. I mean, Ordway was great. Yeah. So this is a really shitty, acidine story, which I hate. It's all ultimately. I know it's not Ultimates, I don't think, but it's Marvel Knights. It's just and the shit with. I'm not even going to go into how much it pissed me off. The stuff with Namor and Sue. Go screw Grant Morrison, you piece of garbage. You piece of garbage. And again, this one at least belongs high up. This is one of the greater FF stories. I have no problem with. I forget what number we're at because they don't give us numbers. That was let's see here. 1, 2. I mean 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. God, it's ridiculous. Okay, number 5. This is a great FF story introducing the Black Panther, number 52 and number 53. Look, it just says 52. Yeah. Jackasses. He was in 52 and 53. You morons.
Well, they don't respect it. They don't respect the source material.
They don't. Oh my Collider, you are so fucking. Sorry, everybody. Jesus,
well, Clobby. To be honest, I lost respect for Collider when they said they loved The Last Jedi. So.
Well, yeah, there you go. That does say it all, doesn't it? Anyway, at 5,
it kind of does.
True, but at 5, I'll give him credit for that. This one you can take it up your ass sideways. Screw you, Collider, you jackass. Ultimate Fantastic Four is filth. Absolute goddamn trash. Oh, I hate. Oh.
Well, I mean, at least Johnny Storm is wearing sunglasses, so that's pretty cool.
So Ultimate Fantastic Four is better than Fantastic Four 52 and 53? Or Unthinkable, or in the Trial of Reed Richards? You go, get out of here. Collider, you were morons, man. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. All right, this is number, they got this Monster at number 3.
Wow.
At least it's high up. Look, it just says this man, this monster, but number 51. At least they got the number on there. Let's see here.
That Ultimate Fantastic Four shouldn't even be near that. I mean, its presence close to this man, this monster, is a slight to humanity.
My God! Ben Grimm ranks among the most layered of Stanley and Steve Ditko's creations.
Oh shit!
It says Steve Ditko's creation.
You can't make this shit up. You booger eater.
Holy shit! Are you now? This is so, all right. Who put this article together to troll me? Raise your hand. You did this, hungry boy. You made up this article.
I remember when me and old Jackson were. I mean, me and old
Steve Ditko. I love Steve Ditko.
Boy, we've learned something tonight. Steve Ditko.
Which the one of you wise guys
of Spider-Man created the ever blue-eyed thing?
Yeah, he helped Stan create the thing. Okay, which one of you wise guys made this article to troll me? Come on, raise your hand.
Oh, that was so great. Whoever sent this is a hero.
Oh, buddy, well, someone put it on my Baxter Building page, and I thought it'd be fun. Holy fucking shit!
This man, the spider monster.
This man is Ditko. You are kidding me. You cannot be that stupid.
Who's getting paid to do this?
They put the picture of the guys who wrote and drew it. The guy who drew, his name is on the credit. Some guy named Jack Kirby. His name's right there.
Oh God, this guy's a pee-pee face.
Who wrote? Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
I bet there's no credit on the article. Let's see.
He is an official pee-pee face.
Or blame a total mixed poo-poo.
He is pee-pee mixed
by
with
Maximilian Lewing. Maximilian, you are walking, breathing,
you are
slithering shite.
You are about as cool as Maximilian.
You are
from the black hole.
No, he was pretty cool though. You are poo-poo mixed with pee-pee.
You are not worth the tool to be peed in.
God. Wow.
I feel like when I write in here, you are a booger eater.
This man, this squirrel girl. Yeah, Ditko did create Squirrel Girl. Look, I love Ditko. This is not insulting Ditko. We're not insulting Ditko. All right, here we go for number freaking 2. Holy shit. Solve everything. The hell is this? This is John Hickman crap, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when he put it, of course, we'll never know because they don't put the names. But I happen to know that this is pretty sure this is. You know why I know it's John Hickman? Because Reed's got his stupid short sleeve shirt on.
What's that guy's name? I can't remember that guy's name. The art on this. He did JSA for a while.
Inman. Stuart
yeah.
Immonen. Yeah,
dude. He mass blanketed deleted a bunch of Twitter people just because of who they followed. If he's
not the only one.
Yeah, if he had a political view you didn't enjoy, well, please don't read my comics, and so I obliged him. Same
as Greg Ewing and Dan Slott and a bunch of those other scumbags.
Yeah,
they have block bots. They call block bots, blockchains. Yeah, well, he's a poo-poo head, and he sucks. And this 570 through 572. So Solve Everything is the second greatest FF story going. Oh, you see that?
Greatest.
That's the Council of Reeds. That's this Hickman idiot. They actually have this Council of Reeds from all these other universes.
Oh.
It's stupid shit. All the multiple Reeds. You suck.
Who's that guy on the steps that's wearing a suit?
Reed?
He looks like he's
That's Reed.
He looks like he's that dude from the Guardians of the Galaxy. What's the old comic? What was that guy's name?
Charlie 27.
Yeah, Charlie. He looks like Reed.
So
Wow,
Reed 28.
Why is Reed 28 wearing drawers?
Oh my God! Let's go to number 1. The thing is, you can't fault number 1, but they're still idiots. But they did look. All right, look. Number 1, Coming of Galactus. It would not be my number 1. It'd be my number 2 or 3. But that's all fine and good. It's wonderful. Let me see if they know who created it, who wrote it through, and drew it. No, they don't. They don't tell you. It's let's see if I'm gonna read what they wrote, and we'll see if you tell me if they read this comic book. Because a couple years ago, my good buddy, our late great departed pal Mark D.C. and I reviewed this comic. Coincidentally, the whole saga of Galactus. Here we go. Coming of Galactus. Here we go. And perhaps the most famous challenge, Marvel's first family fate. Wait a minute. Let me read it in the voice of one of this millennial. In perhaps the most famous talent, Marvel's first family, like faces off and stuff. The planet devour Galactus. Oh my God, he's so.
Why is he eating a planet? Why is he eating a planet? I mean, there's people on those planets. He's not a vegetarian. He should just eat the trees.
There are minorities on those planets. Warning is advanced by the Watcher. Oh my God, is he watching us? Atu. What a name. Galactus.
He's a perv. He's watching people without their permission. I don't want to be filmed. If you're going to film me, Watcher, you need to ask for my permission.
Not only that, it says Galactus quickly implants himself. In what? In who? As the Force's most potent enemy, with his herald, the Silver Smurfer, a compelling character in his own right. Yeah, I know because I read a comic book with him. Well, I read the introduction. The four attempt almost everything to stop him from devouring the Earth. Oh my God! But nothing seems to work. But when it seems a way to defeat him has been found, even that plan is accomplished without consequence. It is a story that perhaps exemplifies the high concept science fiction. The four octopi. You didn't read the comic, you sack of shit.
High concept science fiction.
You didn't read it.
The four often partake in as they attempt to defeat a god.
Oh my God! You didn't read the goddamn comics. Let's see, Maximilian, whatever.
I hope the writer of this doesn't get paid more than $10 a year.
I just stopped my sentences. I hope he doesn't get paid. Oh God! I got a freaking headache.
D. Bud Martin, are they fat shaming Galactus?
Oh my God!
J.D. Lewis, remember when Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster created Batman? Good times.
Yes. Yes. I loved it when Bob Kane created Superman as well. You can't.
Yeah. Shit, he didn't even create Batman. I mean,
no.
He slaughtered Bill Finger.
Nonsense. He created everything along with his buddy Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Wow. Stanley and Steve. Look, it was bad until we got to that. I'm like, who? Why? And that's only 2 days ago. I wonder if I could bring that to Collider's attention and they won't even care. Hello there, Pleasant Valley. Well into a bottle of whiskey, and it's been Victoria. Okay, that's right. Victoria Holiday. Well, happy Victoria Holiday in Canada. Oh, man.
Bless our cousins to the north.
Yes, bless you, my friends. I made, and the thing is, I have made so many, friends from Canada. More, I've never been there, and I don't know if I can't be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever actually met anybody else from Canada before. It's met them in real life or either way. And then I started doing the show, and now I have tons and tons of wonderful friends in Canada that I've done shows with and stuff before. So it's just amazing. You've got so many wonderful people up there. So I hope you are all having a wonderful holiday.
Yeah, I was able to serve with some Canadians in my career, and it was certainly an honor to serve with them. They and the British both agreed that their hillbillies and savages are the Australians, but all former British colonies have some great soldiers. And the only time I've ever been to Canada is in Disney World and Epcot. So I don't know if that counts or not.
Hungry Boy is from Australia, so we know you're not a hillbilly. That teaches me things. Zachariah. But I would love it if you were a hillbilly, if you could talk like Jed Clampett, though. I'm gonna listen to a story about a man named Jed. I can't sing the rest because it's all filthy and dirty.
Yeah.
I got a dirty version.
Grandma shot him in his ass.
Went and grabbed Granny. No, don't do it, man. I almost did.
A ding, ding, dingly ding.
Oh, well, I tell you what. How about some fun for a change? Well, that was fun. But how about some calm fun? We're about the segment where this is the Monday Night Mark C. Open Comics Talk back issue segment. Who would like to have a nice, comfy little stroll, some little comfort comics, comfort food for this evening to look at some cool stuff from comics. The good old days when comics were comics, where men were real men, where women were real women, and were small, furry creatures from Alpha Centauri were real small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri. He says we got hillbillies, we call them boogans, and we got people with ADHD too. I love Hungry Boy. You rock. How about on Gallifrey? They have the Shaboogans. They do. They actually do. The Shaboogans that were in that episode, Invasion of Time.
Those evil, terrible Gallifreyans who take people and steal their powers and kill them
Steal their
constantly.
regenerations. Yes. Oh, that's right. We got a new continuity now. Ruin Doctor Who. Ruin it all. Yeah.
It's all gone.
It's all been torn down. So, Back Issue Magazine is my happy place. It always is. And every now and then I just like to pick a random issue to kind of look through and stuff. I mean, I have all of them. I mean, I have every issue. And I have, from a certain point on, I have them all on digital too, which I'm soon going to have them all on digital. But even though I like the physical copies, but it's kind of fun to be able to look at them online, on the computer and stuff. Especially with my
Where do you access
eyesight.
them from? You access them from their site? Is that how you access it?
At a certain point, I started buying them all, everything from the Tomorrow site, all my comics history books and all my Alter Ego and the Jack Kirby Collector and Back Issue. And if you buy the physical, you get free digital. But you can just buy digital for a few less bucks, which is cool. So even if you don't want the physical, you can get the digital, and it's cheaper than buying the physical copies. But anyway, LT, you're probably not out there today, but if you hear this on a later one, don't worry. We'll still do plenty of Legion stuff. Raymond, same deal. But my good buddy Ace Cassire and I are both Legion of Superheroes fans. I know a lot of you aren't, but we're still going to look at some cool stuff even you might like to see. And I hope some of you will like it too, because we don't get to hang out that much, Ace and I. And this is just great stuff, especially to that stupid Collider. Wow, I knew they were bad. I mean, what do we, you said it. What do you expect from idiots that like The Last Jedi? No.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's
Collider. Collider, go choke yourself.
Yeah.
Not with your hands, mine.
Oh, go collide yourself, mother colliders. Here we go. So, let's look at some Legion. Legion of the 70s and 80s.
Oh.
Comfort food for the soul. Now, I know Mark D you're not much of a Legion fan, but you're always welcome to come in and hang out with us. Because he's always here. He's here with me on Mondays and Wednesdays a lot. So
that's not Grell, is it? On that beast, that monster.
But only if you feel like it, Mark. No, it's up to you, dude. No, that's Cockrum.
Okay. Yeah.
It's tough for me to pick a favorite Legion artist of the time. I love when Giffen was good. I love James Sherman. But I love Cockrum and Grell. I mean, it's just tough, man.
Giffen was so amazing before he lost his mind and stole his entire style from that kid from South America. Yeah,
he found Keith Giffen when he was doing Legion, he was doing Ambush Bug, and then he found that he went to some con somewhere, and he found a Venezuelan graphic novel called Alax Center. I'll never.
Yeah.
And he started swiping panel. I mean, he changed his style. And when he started, he was aping Kirby when he was at Marvel. I mean, have you seen his Defenders covers where it just looks like Kirby did them?
Mm-hmm.
And interiors even. And then he just kind of, he developed a style where I think you could say was more close to like a Perez type style. And it was beautiful. And Larry Malsted inks on that Great Darkness saga cannot be underrated.
Beautiful.
I mean, great. And it's beautiful stuff. So his run, of course, I think Grell had the misfortune of having Vaney Coletta ink him a lot, but Cockrum, look, Cockrum. Before that, you had Swan and Bob Brown. They always had pretty good artists for kind of, except for some of the, never was much of a Joe Staton guy. But
he was good. He was good on a Green Lantern Corps. I liked some of his old Green Lantern Corps stuff.
Yeah, he was.
But not for Legion. He wasn't a Legion guy for me.
No. I like Jim Sherman. James Sherman when he wasn't being inked by really bad inkers like Jack Abel. I'm sorry, Hungry Boy, if you're a Jack Abel guy. I don't know. I mean,
Look,
Anyway,
in Cockrum with those beautiful costumes. I mean, he was the one for me that really started introducing the idea that some of our heroes could change costumes and change them often. That to me, that always led back to Cockrum.
yes, Special Legions 70 and 80s issue. This is
and dude, I need this.
Oh man, dude, I'll try to
I just look them up. I'm gonna start buying these, man, because I don't buy any comics anymore.
Only thing I buy are these things. But yeah, and of course, Cockrum also co-created my favorite Legionnaire, not called Superboy or Mon-El, which is Wildfire. And they call him Wildfire. I love Wildfire.
Yeah. Come here, Donnie. I love you, but you don't love me, but I think you do love me.
Abel was able. I don't know. He was. I don't know. Look, I can't draw sticks, so you know that. I'm just saying. I don't think he was. I think he didn't. James Sherman looked better without him. I thought, But yeah, State on E-Man. I hear you, hungry boy. I hear you. I'm not saying he was Coletta or anything. So let's see here. So yeah, this issue's great, man. But let's just take a look at a little bit of it. I should probably make it smaller.
Dude, those two Morrows guys, they're heroes. I mean, they're on par with retro blasting. I mean, just from a comics perspective.
Oh God, yeah.
Just the archive of all of this and how they present the information and history is just, I think it's unparalleled.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every issue they've got, and again, they do other great stuff too. Like I get Alter Ego sometimes. I don't have every one of them, but I buy Alter Ego. It's Roy Thomas's mag. It's mostly Golden and Silver Age, but I do pick it up. I picked like the new issue was all about All-Star Squadron, which is cool. But I have every single issue of back issue. It's been since 2004. They've been coming out. They're up to like 132 or something, and it's always. Again, they're going to run out of Bronze Age stuff to do eventually, I guess. But it's still sometimes they'll do a little bit into the 90s. For the most part, they're Bronze Age centric.
And you will be reminded, or as I would think that every time somebody like you and I look at this old Legion, you can't help but be disgusted how they've absolutely fucking destroyed the Legion. And you can't tell me that anything they've done has been successful, because you tell me when you have to reboot something 6 times that it's a good thing. I mean, it is just and you can't say that any of those reboots compared to that original.
No. Look at this, dude.
And I don't mean the original artist. I mean the original Legion.
To me, after 89, it's dead.
Yeah.
Now, I did pick up the Lightning Saga. I did pick up when the adult version that was by Levitz.
Yeah.
Where of the Legion of Three Worlds, and when he brought and he said that this is his Legion, and it was still not the same, but it was something I could read for a while. I used to talk to him a lot on Facebook. To Paul Levitz was such a nice guy. He would actually correspond with me, and I would ask him stuff, and he was pretty cool. And then I remember right before the Screw 52 came out, I asked him. I said, "So, are we going to lose your Legion that you're doing?" Because it was still readable. There were adult versions of them, but he was saying it was his way of continuing what it used to be, right? Yeah. I don't know if you were reading that. I think you were too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the funny thing is one of our first trips to Dragon Con together, when there was this young writer named Jeff Johns, who was just kind of sitting in the corner, and at the time he was writing Power Girl, and he was bringing back her Kryptonian heritage, and we sat and we talked for about 30 minutes about that. So many people in DC Comics want the pre-crisis universe back. They want Superboy back. And if he ever had if he had the ability to do so, he would bring everything back. And he got his wish after Infinite Crisis. But somehow in that power struggle, I don't know what powers that be shifted for him to go from the person who literally brought back Superboy, brought back the original Legion, brought back Earth 2. He brings back all these things, and all of a sudden we go from that almost immediately following about a year and a half later to New 52, which destroys everything again. And so, but there was hope. There was hope for a while that the things we wanted to see were back.
I asked him, right before Screwed 52, I said, because at that point, I've been, we talked about this a lot back then. I was buying a lot of DC books until the event, and not before Screw 52 ever became mentioned. I was starting to tap out a little bit because I got sick of all the events. Events were, if they hadn't, I know wokeness destroyed comics later, but that's much later. What destroyed it before that was garbage like Screw 52 and all the dark crap they were doing, for me anyway. So, but before the Screw 52, DC especially, because I kind of tapped out of Marvel anyway at that point, had been doing event after event after event. And I'm such a dumbass. I bought every bit of Blackest Night, which again, before that, I thought I liked the event that Sinestro Corps wore. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, the Sinestro Corps was amazing. Darkest Night was pretty damn good too.
Yeah, but it was all of Blackest Night.
Yeah, but
it was too much.
Yeah, I mean, the things that they were successful that Jeff Johns was doing, they went nuts after that, and they were doing a bunch of shit that nobody wanted to read. Yeah, like I didn't read that shit 52 Countdown where every week you had a comic on Aquaman's asshole.
It sucked, but I bought it. Yeah, I have every issue of that stupid 52 and then Countdown. I don't know why. I just was buying. I was buying like crazy. Like they did, but they go right from one event like Blackest Night, which I kind of got tired of, but I bought all the crossovers. And then then right into that they go into Brightest Day. Not even breathe. They don't even let you breathe.
Yep. Well, I missed the first couple of issues of Blackest Night because I thought it was racialist. But then I came back to it once I realized it wasn't.
It was Brightest Day. I just got bored. And then after that, I don't know, man. It's just like the RIP garbage. The Final Crisis is one of the worst comics I've ever read. Oh. Everything was all of a sudden back to being event, nothing, just normal stories. Yep. And I was pretty much tapping out, but I was reading Levitz's Legion, and I asked him, I said, so is the Legion? I asked him, I expressed some concerns about the Screw 52. And he said, well, I understand, but, just give it a try. I said, well, is it going to be the same Legion? He says, well, I can't really say much. I said, is it the same one you're writing now? He said, in some ways, something like that. Like we were just in Facebook messages. And then I said, so Superboy, it was still where Superboy was the original Legionnaire. Huh? It was based on, Superboy was still in the origin, right? Well, I said, thanks. You told me everything I need to know. Because we all knew it wasn't going to do that. So,
well, dude, one year, I don't know how I got into some. We were in some conversation on one of the social media sites with George Perez, and he was saying that when he was drawing the New 52 Superman, he wasn't even getting the plot nor the I guess the Bible for the New 52 Superman written by Morrison. That there were things that were going on with the book that the folks over in Superman had no idea. So you had Superman just. Only thing was different was a costume that he was wearing, and then you had an Action Comics that was going through this entire saga that Morrison was trying to build. So they just I think that thing was woefully unprepared, and I just think that thing furthered the descent of DC Comics.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was all garbage, and absolutely. But talking about things that aren't garbage that are wonderful, man. Dave Cockrum, this one's for you, hungry boy, buddy, because I know you're a big Cockrum fan, as I am. He is, look at that Legion. That is perfection. I mean, we all know our wonderful, well, that's not exactly the costume that Raquel is she's making a Dream Girl costume, but she's doing one based on a little bit later one. But Timberwolf, when he in his Wolverine look, the Wolverine stole. Just kidding. Yeah. Not kidding, really, but that Wildfire outfit, and that Princess Projector outfit, and that Karate Kid, man.
Yeah, was it? So I think did Cockrum design that costume for Timberwolf?
I believe he did.
And I think because then you look at the guy that Wolverine's brown costume was based on, that Cockrum got from when the Shi'ar adventure that the X-Men went on. And I can't remember the guy's name. Damn it. He was like the feral guy that was in the Imperial Guard. And it was almost a complete rip off of Timberwolf. Somebody out there's got to know.
Yeah, I know feral. I know what you're talking. I can't remember his name, but I know about the Shi'ar. Maybe Mark knows. Mark,
dude,
what's up, dude?
What's up, dude? I'm still recovering from that FF list, so I had to find an avatar that showed how I felt.
Wow.
That shows the utter disappointment and hatred.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Wasn't that
Ultimate
horrible?
FF. I mean, Ultimate FF does not belong anywhere on any top 10 list.
No, not and neither is 1, 2, 3, 4 either. That was
Yeah.
man, I bought
but-
that crap when it
But
came
at least
out.
they left. At least they left off Heroes Reborn. I was surprised by that.
I'm just glad they set their record straight about who
Oh, God.
really co-created the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you know, I thought
all
I
these
knew
years
a
we
lot.
thought it was Jack Kirby.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I knew a little bit about comics. You know, sometimes people ask me for about certain things, and I never knew Ditko created Ben Grimm. So yeah,
Fang.
it's been hidden, hidden all those
something?
years.
I don't blame you, Hungry Boy. He said he loved Cockrumont more than Bernhardt. I love on X-Men. I kind of lean towards Bern, but I do love Cockrum's. But to me, my favorite Cockrumont of all time is his Legion run. And Hail Apollo Minion. Hello, welcome back. Cockrum, I don't know. It's tough for me to pick a favorite thing he's done. But no, it's not tough. It's Legion. After that, I like his X-Men and stuff. But
I gotta go Legion X-Men.
Yeah.
And that guy's name was Fang, Clobby.
Fang. Okay. Fang. There you go. Remember this issue? Good Lord. I think this is the one where he. This is the first one where they became where the Superboy title got starring the Legion of Superheroes on it. 197. I have it, of course. I have a lot of them, not all, but most of them. One way or the other, I'm not that far from rather having regulars, regulars, or at least in reprint form, every single Silver and Bronze Age story up to 1988, 89, in one form or another. Only
Of the Legion?
More, I think I got a gap. Yeah, every single delete. Yep, all of it. Got a couple little gaps I got to get back on.
Yeah, I bought them in those Masterworks and some of the trades, but
yes.
But I had to buy the first appearance of Mon-El. I was able to get that. I'm pretty happy I have that.
I know you have the Legion Outpost book.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Look at this. Oh my God! Wow. Piece of original art by Cockrum.
God, I wish I bought original art back in the day, or everyone does now at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd see it at a con. You'd see it at a con for like $200 or something, or $100. Like, oh, it's way too expensive,
Yeah.
Look, it's Shrinking Violet before they made her different.
Yeah, before they made her. Well, before they made her something else when she was dating Colossal Boy right before.
Yeah.
But hey, look, Hungry Boy, that's for you, buddy. Original art by Dave Cockrum. I know you'd love that. He's a big. Look, Dave Cockrum. I love his art on the old Superboy Aurora. He did a lot of the Aurora kits, the models, and his art on that damn Superboy Aurora kit, which I had.
Did he have Crypto in that? With Crypto in it?
Yeah, Crypto's in that. Yeah.
Oh, I love that thing so much. That's right. That's beautiful. Yeah. So that Cockrum did that as well. Just I don't know if I can pick a favorite Legion artist, but I may just go ahead and name him. Yeah. Well, it's something, this Kurt Swan. That's actually Kurt Swan being inked by somebody weird.
Dominator? Who is that?
Yeah. Oop. Whatever. Legion Outpost. Wow, that's weird. Kurt Swan inked by Klaus Janson.
Yeah.
You're not a Jansen fan, are you? I don't mind him.
I mean, the only time I ever liked Klaus Janson is when he in the later days when he would ink Buscema.
Yeah. I liked him on Miller.
That probably fits too.
I kind of liked him on Miller and even Mazzucchelli. I have this issue of Amazing World of DC Comics, which is a great mag. Let's see here. Oh my God, dude! Just looking at this stuff makes me. It's supposed to make you happy. It makes me happy, but it also makes me sad.
No doubt. Didn't Cockrum do a couple of the oversized Legion book? The wedding of Lightning Lad and Grell. Okay, Grell did that. Yeah. So there was no Cockrum ones that he did?
No. They had the only other Legion. There were two Legion ones of those. One was a new story by Grell. Unfortunately, Coletta inking it, but still, the one was the marriage of of Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl, and the other one was a big reprint book, a reprint thingy. So yeah, but most of the ones DC did were all were reprints, except a very few. Oh my God, this is one of the Neil Adams didn't do any interiors on Legion.
That's a
I have
great,
this
great piece of art. Wow.
That's fantastic right there. I love it so much. Let's see.
That is my Legion. That is our Legion.
Yes, sir. That is our Legion.
And a 1976 calendar. Yeah.
Yep. And also on that book, the paperback book, I have that little paperback book there. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little paperback book. I have that. But yeah, look at that, man. Adams, Neil, you're missed, man. I'll tell you. But yeah, they're all flying with those flight rings. That's probably my favorite. Those are my favorite costumes.
Yep.
I like the Silver Age ones just fine, but these are the first ones I saw. Like a lot of people. Yeah.
And dude, Neil Adams Superboy covers, unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Unbelievable.
Let's give Dick Giordano a lot of credit for this cover as well, of course.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sadly, Dave Cockrum had quite a slow output, hence his bi-monthly X-Men, but that led to more heart in his work. Yes, you know something about that? We think about his X-Men and his Legion. We missed out on the chance because it was planned, a Legion and X-Men crossover. And if it had been done by Cockrum,
wow,
man, that would have just been too good. But, Teen Titans got popular, so. Which, I was thinking we should review that one soon, Mark, by the way. X-Men Teen Titans by
Yeah, that was a big deal.
That was pretty fantastic. Just the kind of the players involved. I mean, you got Phoenix and Darkseid. I mean, and the art was amazing too. It wasn't just like a throwaway story.
Yeah. I just wish the format had been Treasury or tabloid like was planned.
Oh, that'd have been cool. Yeah.
Was supposed to be.
Is that Copperberg?
No, actually, that's James Sherman cover.
Oh, okay.
Someone mentioned that's Copperberg couldn't draw. Alan Copper couldn't draw at all. I know you knew Copperberg. You knew Copperberg, didn't you, Mark? D?
I knew his brother. Yep.
You knew Paul.
So
the writer.
Paul. Yep. Yeah. I mean, just meeting him at comic book
Alan
shops.
was the artist.
Yeah. Yeah, it was ours, but it was Paul was really fun, and so he was in the comic book shop every week. We'd hang out there, and he would talk. Didn't agree with him much on politics, but he was always fun to talk to, and of course, talk to about all the comics, and but of course we'd end up talking sports more, whatever the topics of the day were, and then you forget you're talking to a guy that's been working in comics forever, but he had some great great stories too. So, and then he was doing Archie at the time, that Archie new Archie revival, that tabloid magazine. So we had some stories about the working at that publisher, which I can't repeat after he
Max
left.
Redstone, what's up, buddy? Yeah, what? And Hungry Boy knew him, so they were good people. Hungry Boy, what'd you think of James Sherman? He did not do enough leads. He did the Earth War. Have you? By the way, I reread Earth War not too long ago. Or have you reread that one anytime recently, Mark? Ace,
which
I need
Earth
to.
War? Yeah,
I need.
It was pretty good. It was considered one of the. I mean, it's nothing touches the Great Darkness saga, but it was one of the Legion sagas. And when he wasn't ruined by certain anchors, meaning Sherman, and he didn't stay in comics long. Like someone said, he went and did commercial art for the Major League Baseball and other stuff like that. But I love James Sherman art on Legion. I don't have to have much of. Oh, wow.
Their builds are pretty different than. I mean, you look at that looks like some of the mid '80s art rather than late '60s, '70s.
It's the '70s.
Yeah.
But yeah. I love Dawnstar.
I love Dawnstar too, but I got tired of her shit. You know what I mean? It's like I felt like they never carried her. It's like carry her forward a little bit with this. Oh, I can't love you, Wildfire. And I was like, would you stop it?
That was a tragic love story, her and Wildfire.
Yeah, you jag off.
She's being such a jag off. There's some Grell for you. Grell sketches.
He knocked Dawnstar to the floor. Dawnstar got up and knocked him to the floor.
Being such a jag off. There you go. Superboy, New Adventures Superboy. I actually have a page of original art from one of these issues, like not this one, but I bought one from Julius Schwartz. I I can't remember what issue it was now, but I have it.
Dude, I love
Nice.
Schaffenberger.
But
I
have a
love-
Schaffenberger. Yeah, there he is.
I-
Kurt Schaffenberger was great.
dude, and look, what he did in whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow, I thought he was fantastic on that.
He inked the second part. Yeah.
Yep.
He inked the second part.
Him inking Swan was amazing.
Yeah. Good old Kurt Schaffenberger. Again, I bought this comic, of course.
I have
For a
this
while.
whole run.
Wow. I wish I had them all. One day I'll go back and recollect them all. Bob Rozakis, I had him on my show back in the 2009. That's how long ago I had, but I had him on. The Answer Man. Ask the
Wow.
Answer Man. Whoa,
Yeah.
that's an original. I wish I had that. Look at that. Wow. Original page. Heritage auctions for big money, no doubt. Wow, another one.
Look at that.
There's your boy Paul.
Yeah, that's Paul. Yeah, that's Paul. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where we miss hanging out in the comic book shop. So this is where I love being on
Yeah.
the show now. So
Yeah. You can see
No
No
Paul.
doubt. I mean, yeah, it's pretty unique. I mean, it's kind of my first experience talking geek stuff on the show. It's
Glad
pretty
you're here,
awesome.
man. Look, love doing this stuff. Just talking to. Sometimes specific topics are definitely cool and fun to do, but other times just hang and wing it, man. It's
Yeah.
like you're hanging out at the comic shop, getting your new
Yeah.
comics. Oh wait, they don't make good new
Yeah.
comics anymore.
was
Yeah,
buying.
and then we're melting down on dumb shit like we did 20 years, 30 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I asked Paul. I said, "Oh, can you sign this Archie issue for me?" He's like, "Well, only if you buy it." He was laughing. I'm like, I already did buy it.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Like you're just buying your weeklies, and it's like, and the first issue I've mentioned this before. The first issue of Superboy that I'd gotten was a superhero comic. I think it was Adventure 453.
Yeah.
With Superboy on the cover, and that
Oh,
was
nice.
Paul Kupperberg wrote a story in that.
Yeah.
So I had him sign it. I'm like, this is the comic that started it all for me. I'm like, I want more of these. So
nice.
yeah, so it was great to have. He didn't write the Superboy story, but it was still pretty awesome to have him sign that for me. So
I want this Gil Kane original art cover
I was
right
just,
here.
yeah. You know what
Oh.
the funny thing is? How the medium has changed, because if you go, like, here in New Orleans, we have that Wizard World Con that we have every year.
Yeah.
It's to the point where you can walk up to a Chris Claremont and talk to him for an hour and a half uninterrupted, and we would
Yeah, you
never
did
have
that.
seen. Yeah, I mean, literally,
no one's mobbing him.
No.
like I literally sat next to the guy for an hour and a half and talked about
Nobody
X-Men
knows it.
comics from my childhood.
How
And
is
I
that
was like,
possible?
I don't know, man.
Well,
But
you
it was
He's
can't
too
do it
old
in New
now?
York, where you
Yeah.
are, but in New Orleans, you did that with a couple of people. I've seen you do it before,
Wow,
Mark.
that's
Yeah.
great.
that's kind of what I do. They come down here and see people down here. They're all wanting to go take pictures with these,
Hey, Grifter.
these like
New guys,
Aquaman
right?
was down here. Yeah, they want to go nuts and spend all kinds of money, take pictures. I want to go find these guys that wrote these things that captivated me in my childhood, and when they're awesome, because Claremont was a true gentleman, and he and look, let me tell you something about that guy. The passion that he has for the X-Men has not left. I mean, he considers those creations his baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you do need an hour and a half to explain some of the plot lines. So just kidding. I do love Claremont.
Claremont, yeah.
Oh,
It got so freaking confusing after a while. I'm like, I need a
Well,
PhD
and
to
he was wordy,
understand
too.
what's going on with the X-Men. Yeah.
Books be all wordy. He was
Yeah.
wordy. Grifter, good to see you. Now, you'll like this, both of you. There's this guy named John Watson. This guy's a good artist.
yeah, he is.
He's got fantasy Legion covers, like so they're made up covers.
I always thought he looked like Alan Davis, like the way
Yeah,
he shapes
kinda.
it. I mean, I always thought every time I saw that something this dude drew looked just like Alan Davis to me. Like, I don't know. Look at Crypto.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my God.
Get this bigger here.
Leave it
These
to
are really
Brainy.
cool, though. Leave it to Brainy. There's Prody. He's a big Legion fan, though. Watson, Hunger Bite, I knew you would know him. Yeah, he's a lot of cool stuff. Let's see here. These are not in black and color, but he's done color ones some places too. Look at that. It just changes stuff from comics, from old covers, of course. It's kind of an Adams look too. I mean, he's doing a lot of Adams right there. My boyfriend is a junkie.
Well, we shouldn't be laughing, but yeah.
No, but that's based on an old Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
Yeah, the Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Yeah.
He really does an Adams type with some of this stuff as well. In fact, these are from Adams covers. A lot of them. Ultra Boy for Murder, which happened in the comic. He didn't have that. He took that out of a comic. He just gave it a different cover.
Yeah.
There he's aping Perez. These are Perez covers. And he doesn't look, and he's doing it in Perez's style.
Yeah. Look at that! Look at the hair! Look at the hairstyle on Superboy, and that's boy did he ape Perez on that? That's because Perez is the only one that drew Superboy's hair like that.
Yep. Look at Brian Bolin. That's another Perez cover. Then another Brian Bolin aping cover right there from Camelot 3000. Wow. Cool stuff.
When comics were good.
Yeah, way to go, John. Oh, man. The Honored Dead of the Legion. My goodness. Pharaoh Lad. Jerry Siegel. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. I love Pharaoh Lad.
Yep. But there's one comic that destroys your soul. Even though you know it's bullshit, when Superboy dies, comics died for me.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was. Yep. I guess that means we're about to see some of that. I hadn't looked at this issue in a long time. This one, one of Triplicate Girls' third copy died and became Duo Damsel. There's
Duo
Jim
Damsel.
Shitter. Look how young Jim Shitter was.
Yeah.
Did I say mispronounce that? Oh my God! Oh, I didn't mispronounce it. Our name's Shitter. It was like he's fucking 13 years old on comics. I mean, writing comics. He goes at Kurt Swan said, Kurt Swan to get these scripts, and he said it would be, hey, have the comics, some of the layouts already drawn by this kid. It's like, what? Okay. And just all the layouts. Yeah. Pharaoh
Can you imagine that, getting a chance to write Legion when you were a kid?
Unreal. And look, hey, he's a smart kid. Smart kid. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, no one ever hired me to write the Fantastic Four.
No, they didn't. That's true. I would, though. Well, I'd hire me first, but you'd be second.
Thank you.
This is I love that cover, by the way. Yeah, he was supporting his family doing that stuff. He was writing. Then he screwed up Marvel in the 80s, but hey, we won't go there.
Boy, they wanted to kill. They had people in Marvel wanted to kill him.
Oh yeah, they did. Let's see here.
Oh,
comics, folks.
We're getting close.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Welcome to the 30th century, the 31st to interview Paul Levitz. Wow. I have this hardback cover. I wasn't really fond of this cover too much, but it's all right. But it's a good hardback though. It's a good hardcover, the Great Darkness Saga. We're gonna review that one, dude. When LT and I review that, Ace, if you want to be here for it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll let you know.
I have the one right before that where he's maybe it's the original trade where they're all bowing before Darkseid's head.
Yes. You know, here's one of my. This is a small picture of it. One of my favorite comic book panels of all freaking time. Superboy and Supergirl jointly knocked the shit out of Darkseid.
And I love how it was timey-wimey in that whenever they were together, Superboy and Supergirl, they wouldn't remember it. They could collectively show it. Superboy wouldn't remember it when he'd go back to Smallville. I was fascinated with that.
Not exactly Darkseid, more like a going away present from an old friend of yours who left us some of his power, the power to ignore a red sun.
Yeah.
Power enough to tackle anything, even you. Boom. They whoop some booty on Darkseid now. Yeah, of course, Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love this. This is the cover for the first trade.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I have.
Yeah, cover to the first trade. It's beautiful. So, yeah.
Darkseid lives.
anyone who has not read the Great Darkness Saga, if you are, even if you're not a Legion fan, I think you might get something out of it. Of course, maybe it is more, maybe it's more special to hardcore Legionnaire fans, but I mean,
I think
it's worth the read for anybody.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think if you love the medium, you owe it to yourself to read Great Darkness Saga.
I think so too. It's one of those it's a seminal event in comics.
It is.
And again, you might not, but again, it won't do as much for you as a Legion fan, but still, it's definitely good. It's a good read. That I think, yeah. Oh man,
I mean, it touches so much of the mythos across DC universe.
Now I'm going to start crying. This is, of course, when he was Giffen was ruining his style, but also, you know what happens in one of these? They're not going to show it yet. When they killed Karate Kid.
Yeah.
The death. Spoiler alert, everyone! The death of Karate Kid.
Yep.
I thought that was shit, though, the way they took him out, man.
It was sad, but he went out like a hero, though.
Yeah, he did.
And oh wow, that's modern. What's that doing there? Screw that.
That's it. Airsats Legion.
Don't put filth in here. I've never been able to get this version of this book. It's like $1 bazillion, but it's a cool book. Paul Levitt's 75 years of DC Comics, but only 50 of them matter. Screw this crap. Screw that crap.
crap.
Crappity crap. Now back to that's more like it. Battle of the Future. Oh man, I remember seeing the ads for this. This is one of the saddest covers. Right when Superboy's flying off and they've taken his name off the comic. In the comic, all their own at last. Legion of Superheroes. That's just always been an important cover to me for some reason. Sad.
To quote our old friend, screw that noise.
Yes, I was upset. I remember seeing, dude. I'm not kidding. When I saw that on the rack, I've been buying Superboy and the Legion, and of course I love the Legion. I'm like, what? There goes Superboy flying back to his own time and era, and this time he'll never return. I was mad. This is what started the Psycho War thing, but I was like,
yeah, it's the assholes at DC trying to take Superboy out of the Legion, and Legion doesn't work without Superboy.
Well, look at the one next to it. That's 259. This is 280. Superboy rejoins the Legion. Thank you. That's the way it should be.
There is no Legion. There is no Legion without Superboy.
And they finally learned that. Even don't get me wrong, I still love the Legion, and I don't mind him not being in every story.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't even care that they just called it Legion of Superheroes. I really don't. But acting like he doesn't belong, Scoop, rue that. And that was for a while.
He is the inspiration. He is the inspiration. Superboy, period.
Superboy, not man, Superboy.
Yeah.
And then there's that classic first issue of the Great Darkness Saga right there. That cover. Look at that. That's a great cover.
Like you used to say, that's before Giffen lost his mind.
Right before he lost his hand or something. And then
the next issue, when he goes to that new style, there's somebody's mouth on a whole fucking page, and then an eyeball, and then a shadow. Like, what the fuck?
It's terrible. Now, here you go, the first Baxter series and the Tales of the Legion, and then hey, Tiger Stripes. Good to see you, Tiger Stripes. A Legion fan, are you? Good. All right, there's the one that you want to get sad about. Dude, the Sienkiewicz cover, the greatest hero of all. Superboy. You were the best. That's Big Brother.
Absolutely. That comic book right there made me cry.
Me too.
And I was too young to understand what was happening. But I will say that I was blessed with the opportunity to tell John Byrne what I thought about it. And
yes, you were.
He did not like that very much, but
he later admitted it. He admitted though.
Yeah. He when you're a kid, so Mike knows the story, but so when I was little, I mean, I grew up in the 80s, but when I would go to the grocery store with my mother, I would go get the Legion Digests. So my comic tastes were about 30, 40 years earlier than what I was actually being published. Yeah. So, but when Superboy died, comics changed for me. DC, I mean, it was the final nail in the coffin of Crisis of Infinite Earths. It is the final error. and you can't make any excuses for what Byrne did here. And to find out 20 years later that he says, "Oh, I really feel bad that I really didn't feel like I had time to put Superboy in." I was like, "You son of a bitch! You so passively took out one of the most important characters in the history of comics."
Yeah, I guess Jerry Conway. Yuck. I don't like that. He's a weed whacker. Yeah, it was a shame. I mean, I guess it's something that he admitted it. But yeah.
And look, he draws a comic where the real Superboy beats the living dog shit out of Superman, the post-crisis Superman.
Right. There he is, Keith Giffen. He of the let me steal another guy's style and no one will notice because he's from Venezuela.
And make everything dirty. All the buildings are dirty. The ships are dirty.
Yeah, that was not a good look for him. I mean, they started a thing in Comics Journal called the Swipe File, and he was the one that he got real mad at him for it. But they would show, and what I mean, and look, it wasn't it's just like he drew a style.
Right?
Yeah, whole pages, whole panels. He redrew whole panels from that. I later, not too many years later, when I saw that, I bought that I found that graphic album, Alax Center. I bought it, and then whole panels, whole pages. And this is sad. Steve Lytle, I talked about it a couple years ago when he passed away. That's a damn shame. He was a great artist.
Yeah.
Great Legion artist, Steve Lytle.
Nice guy, too.
Yeah. Yo, you met him? I never got to meet him.
I think we were at
maybe
what is it? The one in Orlando, MegaCon?
Oh, was he at MegaCon? Maybe so.
Yeah, he was at MegaCon in 2003, 2002. I can't remember.
Maybe he was there, but I used to see, it's kind of converse on his Facebook a little bit, but yeah, I love Steve Lytle's Legion.
Yeah,
man,
he was great.
There's one of your digests right there.
Yeah,
Legion Digest, and I think we know what this picture's from.
Nope.
It was the poster. Well, it was. I've got the big frame version. You actually showed that the other night on my wall.
Yeah.
And it also came as a smaller fold out one in the first Great Darkness Saga trade paperback.
Yeah, and I have the small version.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it.
Let's see. Hang on a second.
I'll shine a light on it.
That's right. Let me
posters were killed me.
Mark has no posters at all on his walls.
Nothing. Oh, you got a ceiling poster. Impressive. Yeah.
And then look, I got this hanging up too.
Nice.
From Doctor Who. Oh, look, you got Supermore 89.
Yep.
First show. You got to show that.
Yeah.
First appearance of Bonnell.
Yep.
There you show the whole thing, or can you
scroll down? Or there you go. Go down a little bit. Oh.
Larry, what's up, buddy? If you can go down a little.
Go down a little bit. Yep.
Okay.
Down. Oh man, it's all cool stuff.
There we go. Yep, we got
89.
it. So if I'm sitting on your couch, I could just swipe that. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Look at
on Star Trek, the
cover.
Star Trek, yeah.
Number one.
The George Perez cover.
Yeah,
it is indeed. Cool stuff, man. Love it. So
yeah, man. You remember this guy? You remember that guy that we saw in New Orleans here?
The one at the top. I still have that on my wall too.
Yeah, he's great, man. I would love to see. Yeah, I would love to see Superboy look like that. But alas,
yeah, I love that Gary Frank one there too. And of course, you got the great Kurt Swan one. You got some great stuff up there, partner.
Is that the Superpowers? Superpowers poster. Yep.
And I got one side of my wall has nothing but Superman and Batman.
Just a few.
Figures.
I think I remember when you got that Superpowers poster at the con.
Yep.
Truck Dog approved. Yep.
And then this is amalgamation of everybody.
Nice.
So good times.
Indeed, great stuff, duder. Love it. One of these days, you got to take a look at some of those videos Mark showed about a year ago on the Global Geek Gang when he gave us a tour of all of his toys in his basement and his office and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like a 3-hour tour because it's got so much. I mean, it's just insane.
Raquel almost had a heart attack when the final piece I showed was the Enterprise phone. She went crazy over the, it's Enterprise telephone, it's shaped like it. So, and then I bought one on eBay. I went on eBay. I'm like, I found one for $40. She's like, buy it.
Yep, great stuff. Oh yeah, that's my Legion right there. That there. I mean, I back in 1990. I want to say 92-ish, 1 or 2. I'm at the shop of both our great friend Carl Tupper, BSI Comics. Somebody walked in. See this? I don't know if I have an idea how big this poster is. My version, the one I got.
It's pretty big.
Like, was it 4 feet long? Maybe 3 feet, whatever. And but not wide. And it was framed. Again, this is 1991 or 2. And I walked in. I said, "Oh my God, Carl Hutton." Said, "Yes, the guy just brought it in and got rid of a bunch of his comics and shit, and they just brought
The
this.
wife made
He had
him
it
sell it.
framed."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh well, that's mine, right? It belongs to me." I said, "Mike, who the F do you think I would ever give the goddamn thing to? Take it." So I took it. I also took a framed Perez New Teen Titans poster he had, but I gave it to Claude so he can get, and he got it signed by Perez later. But
I tell you what, he's been on a mission in his latter days, man. He's got some great stuff over the last decade or two. I mean, he's Minimus.
Oh yeah,
He keeps posting stuff to torture.
God,
everyone.
He's got a lot of stuff now. Yeah,
Yeah.
God bless him. He told me
All the Star Trek books.
He's got a Jim Chung Superboy. I don't know I can't remember if it's got crypto on it or not. He goes,
yeah,
it's mine. like I was gonna steal it from him.
He's been getting a bunch of over the years. They collect a lot of original art. He does.
Yeah.
I wish I had this. I don't think I had this poster. I have one of these in my shop, but I think I had that.
Was that for the Baxter series?
Yeah, the one right there, the purple one.
Yeah,
the Baxter series.
They used to have that in Barnes and Scrotum. I mean, Walden books back then.
Balls and Scrotum. Yeah. Where did you get it? Where you not that? Censor Girl. I remember the old Censor Girl mystery. Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
No.
What happened, Mark, was when they say Baxter. It's funny they say Baxter now, like no one would know what you're talking about. When they started a whole new numbering of New Teen Titans and Legion of Superheroes, and called it was on what they called Baxter paper, less finer paper or whatever.
Different.
Yeah. And they continued. What they did is they continued both of the regular runs as well, but they started 2 number 1s until they changed it both to Tales of the Teen Titans and Tales of the Legion of Superheroes, and eventually they started reprinting in those 2 books. But the Prestige or the Baxter books, Keely Chow, roll tide there. The Baxter books,
roll down tide,
would have like new stories, of course. And this was the Baxter series of Legion. It's like, how New Teen Titans started with a new number 1 later. You've seen it. You probably have.
Bob, did you hear that legend of Darth Plagueis the Wise? No, that was supposed to be a hidden Supergirl, censor girl.
That was the thing I was about to tell. So what the heck? Yeah, that around a new hero showed up. You see the girl flying at the top there?
Yeah,
called Censor Girl, and they had this thing running for the fans for a year. Who is she? She wouldn't say who she was. This is right after Supergirl had died. So a lot of people thinking, "Oh, come on, she's Supergirl." She got everyone. The strong money was on Supergirl, and everybody voted. And I got to admit, even I voted Supergirl. The fans would because fans used to vote on the Legion leader. By the way, I used to vote in the Legion election.
I did that too. But you know what the funny thing with that is you think really DC you made a good decision by killing Supergirl because people still wanted her. They were hoping she was Censor Girl.
Supergirl. And so they had the big reveal. And of course, she turned out. I think that was an interesting choice. It turned out to be Princess Projectra, who we should have known because she disappeared, and she'd lost her love, Karate Kid.
I thought that's pretty unique. I mean, I thought it was pretty unique because I think it gave us more depth to Princess Projectra's character.
They did, but screw Keith Giffen because he hated Karate Kid. He said it.
Yeah.
He was wanting to kill him all the time. And I loved Karate Kid. Yeah, Val Armour was a great character.
Yeah.
You know, and they had to use it. They had to pay DC to make those movies.
Yep. Damn communist.
Yeah.
Listen to this man.
International communism. So there's some. I love looking at some Legion. We're almost done, everybody. I don't know what we're doing. Just looking at this because it's fun to look at it. This is a great issue, though. I got to get you this issue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the great thing is you can buy these all online and get the digital if you want, like you were saying before.
Oh yeah. I get the digital, but like I say, I want the physical.
Nice having the hard copy.
But
yeah.
I'm getting to the point now. Obviously, I won't even touch my original. I'll just like put them in a bag and board. But
Yeah.
and read the digital. I can't see that well. And comics are easier to read and more fun to read on digital now. I know it's blasphemy because I got collector friends who they love the smell of that newsprint. And I said, look, I'm with you. I get it. But blowing up casting the thing to my big screen and blowing the panels up, or even just sitting in front of my computer and blowing these panels up, is so much easier to read. And that art looks beautiful on the big screen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the print got smaller over the years.
I thought it was my eyesight.
No, it's the print got smaller. That's my excuse.
Yeah, and they got shorter as well.
Yeah.
Like I have those little, like you're showing those little mini books or whatever. And I pulled a few out. I was like, how the hell did I read this stuff without a magnifying glass? So it's depressing. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely isness. So let's see here. A little bit more.
Boy, old Fred Himbeck, he loved the Legion.
Good old Fred Himbeck. Wow, why'd you have to show filth again? Yeah, filth again.
Oh,
I hated that crap.
God.
Oh my God, I'll bust your. Let's see here. Oh, look at that Byrne original art from
Hey, look at your esteemed XO, who is not an Illyrian, has appeared in the chat room.
Oh my goodness,
Whom I affectionately give
Commander
a rating
Briggs.
of
Hey,
NCC 1701. No bloody
Yes.
A, B, C, or D, or E, or F.
Or F or G or HIJ
I'm
these
glad you
days.
popped in. I love you. We love you. We all love you. Good to see you. Have a wonderful night, whatever's going on up there. I hope you had a good weekend. And big time love, and cannot wait to speak to you. I hated Legends. Oh God. Oh my goodness. This was.
It was that a weird attempt where they were trying to take some of the New God stuff and some of the Kirby stuff, and they just abused it.
Agreed. It was poop diaper. It was poopy diaper dinner. It was poo poo
Mixed with pee-pee and a
pee-pee.
diaper.
On a diaper. That is illogical, Ensign. Odors cannot
I want a
travel through
tattoo-
the vacuum of space.
I want a tattoo of a butt and a butt on my butt.
I thought you were going to say, number one, I order you to
For
take
you to
a number
take
two.
number 2.
Oh no.
Weird. What the hell's wrong? What the hell's wrong with you, boys? Oh, boys, you good boys been whacking off my trailer?
Yeah. Pies, fry, coffee.
You boys whack off more than the boys I ever saw.
You the boys have been whacking off in my shed.
That makes me want to watch Beavis and Butthead Do America again.
Beaver and bunghole. Hey,
Beaver and bunghole.
Hey, have you ever met my uncle, Richard Head?
I forgot that. Oh dear. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, it's flown by for me here tonight. My voice barely survived the yelling, but I got through it thanks to you.
Yeah.
Was it too loud, Mark? You were on the other end of it. You can
Oh,
hear
I
me.
mean, I was screaming too. I woke my wife up.
You didn't really? Did you really? You kidding?
You son of a
I
bitch!
gotta watch. Well, the air conditioners are back on here, so I can yell a little bit louder.
Oh, you can yell it more. I got you.
But I was like, that
Look
was
at-
the expression of my face right there with the
Look what
the
Cal
avatar.
48 wrote.
But-
And yet that Next Generation sketch from Beavis and Butthead had better writing than the
Yes, it does have better writing than the filth. What is that? A back issue you put in there?
That's the the link to the you can buy it digitally. Yep. So
Oh, that
I just
cool.
put the
That
link in
issue?
there for.
Wow,
I
you are a
think it was-
master engineer.
Dude, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
it's my job. Yep. So is that issue number 14 or was that what number was that?
That's issue number 68.
Oh,
But
68.
you
All right,
just
grab
go to
it.
the website.
Yeah, just go to the website.
Oh, you just go to Tomorrow's website. And I keep,
Tomorrows.com. Yep.
thing is, they keep all your thing. The great thing about them is they keep all your purchases in your account there when you log on, and it's all there. Your digital. You can download it to your computer, but you don't have to download it to your computer. You can keep it. It stays in your account forever. I got how many since I started ordering from this in 2006. You know how many comics? I mean, how many magazines and books I have on there on digital?
So
Quite a
when you
few, I
go on
imagine.
there, so you go to the site and you just have an account and you get to everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, you make an account. Of course, if I buy stuff, and I still have it. Still, even it not only does it show all the records, it has all my digital, it has all my downloads there for my digitals. It even shows my because I remember when I first I was looking at one yesterday from like 2006, and it shows my notes to them because every time I ordered stuff, I ordered when I first ordered from them. I love the death because I was buying stuff from John Morrow, who runs that thing since the 90s. Since I started buying the Jack Kirby collector. So, but I ordered from after that. I kind of was buying stuff from different comics, their stuff from Comic Shop. And when I first ordered from them, I didn't put any instructions for ordering, so they just sent a couple of mags in these crappy envelopes. And you know me, I want my mags in great shape. And so I wrote back to them. I said, "Could you please?" It was nice, but could you just please ship mags and/or books in a more sturdy container because they came bent up and stuff in a nice way because you got a little note thing you could put there.
Yeah.
And from then on, they did. And one time I forgot to put one and they cut it. But other than that, every time ever since then, it probably drives them nuts when they're, it's that idiot who always tells us to put, like,
Let's
we don't
clobber
know that.
him.
You got to tell them every time. You got to tell them every time. Yeah. Just to look.
Wow.
Yeah. I think you do. I'm
But
not
you
going to
think
take a
that, yeah,
chance.
but you think most people would be like that, right? I mean, why would you want your stuff trashed?
No, I'm not trusting them. I tell them to do it, and then they do it, so it's fine. And they're great. I mean, a couple of years back, and this was not their fault, but I got a package in my asshole mail person left it on my step. The mail delivery jackass left it on my step, and it got drenched. I had 4 books in there and 4 mags.
You son of a bitch!
Got totally drenched. And I wrote to him. I said, "Oh, this is not your fault, guys, and everything. But is there any way you could probably? I'm gonna make a new order for those since it wasn't your fault. But could you guys tell me in future maybe like wrap things up where they can be waterproof? Because I told them I've got a, and I said, I don't know. I'm willing to pay for it, but I think you guys should maybe ship these things a little bit better. So I don't forget what I said. I've been buying from John since 1996. The person got out and sent me a mail like right after, hey, don't worry about it. We'll replace them. And so they were nice enough to replace
That's right
them.
before we met, man. That's crazy. That's how long ago it's been. We met like in April of 1997.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's a long time ago, buddy. But that's right. And but yeah, so they're very good though. Other than that, like I said, they replaced it. And I remember a couple of years back, I was doing that. Oh, last year I was trying to do my Kirby show for all my Kirby. I needed my Kirby checklist, and I bought the hardcover gold silver edition of the Kirby checklist. And I went back I needed the digital because I couldn't find my copy. It was buried, and I needed it for the show. And I wrote to them. I said, "You guys, it's not on digital because it's one of those things. It's not." He said, "Yeah, for some reason it's hard to explain. We never did a digital on that, but I'll tell you what I will do. I'll send you a digital of the original edition that we have on file and let you have it." Because I wrote to them. I said, "Could John?" I said, "Could you tell John I need it?" And they just said, "Yeah." Well, the guy got back and said, "Let you have it." So And
So I
John's a
never
good
had
dude.
it, but they sent it to you. As a,
I need to get him on. I'm gonna get him on one of these days.
Wow,
Hmm?
that's pretty nice. They did that. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
You see,
'cause
Pleasant
most of them
Valley
run-
Picker says, anytime I send a mag through the mail, I mail it back with foam core. I mean, that you know what? Decent people should do that, right? I mean, I think that's awesome. You know, how many? I mean, you know, when you send stuff to other
You're right,
folks,
Max.
you're
Yeah.
expecting that they love it as much as you do. You know?
Yeah, well, I just feel like I got to tell them every single time. They probably get tired of it because, like I said, the one time I laxed it or forgot, it came in kind of a, I don't know, it was kind of a, it didn't do it as well. So every time I'm like, please, and then this has been since 2006, please ship mags and or books in a sturdy cardboard container or something. And I got the note still there. Anyway, you go to your account, and it's got all my stuff stored, all my digitals stored
Well,
on there.
I got a shipment of comics today. I shouldn't say that, but I ordered from Atomic Empire, and it was only like $5. So they cut out 2 pieces of cardboard and put in a bag, and it's all wrapped. So the comics were, wedged between the cards, so it came perfectly. But back in the day, like you get Marvel comics, if you subbed, like someone was saying, you get them folded in half. But then they finally added backing boards, but they're probably the world's worst and thinnest backing boards to the Marvel comics. I think in the 90s, if anyone remembers, if you had a sub direct from
Yes.
Marvel. So it did help them a little bit, but some of them were trash. And of course, I had to buy Amazing Spider-Man number 300 separately because that one disappeared in the mail. I don't know why. Sometimes you wonder if the mailman would see comics.
You mean like that package I sent you? This disappeared.
Yeah, whatever. Never
Yeah.
got that. Yeah,
Didn't
never
show
got
up
that
yet?
back. Didn't show up yet. That's
Oh my god! I
son
don't
of a
know.
bitch.
Man,
It'll show up one day.
You know how much expensive what's in there?
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
I'm trying,
really
man, I
it's
can't.
scary. Yeah.
What do you think I should go to the post office and try to get them to try to track it? Because the tracking number ain't doing it. The tracking number that I'm entering in their stupid website's not doing any good.
Well, you maybe check at the post office. Yeah, see what they can do. Yeah, I keep looking for every day. I'm waiting for that
It's
to
lost,
show
or it's
up.
hoping it at least comes back here.
Hope
But
if
I
it
think it's
comes
lost.
back. Yeah, next time try UPS.
Dude.
I guess. Yeah.
Next
Dude,
time, how much that
Passages.
cost?
I'll send you a label. I got it through my business. So I can send you a label.
I mean, no, but I mean, you know what it's going to cost me to get those books back?
Oh,
How
crap!
much that
yeah.
book I got for a certain
the
person?
TNG.
We can't mention it here. The TNG. It was for. I mean, it's a show expense, but
No, it's a tough book to
yeah.
get.
Anyway, well, I'll mess with you, but when we get done
Yeah,
here, let's
I'll talk after.
we'll say our goodbyes. Sorry. First of all, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Of course, what I do. Oh, there we go. The great Mark D with a C for popping in, our chief engineer, and I want to thank Ace Cast Iron, my great old friend, for hanging out with me tonight, dude. Because I know you got other stuff to do, but this man, I appreciate this. This is so much fun. It was great. It was just like old times talking comics with you, man.
No, I really appreciate
you,
the
bro.
offer, and I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the exchange with folks I've never met, may never meet, but hope to.
Hopefully someday,
I've been,
right?
Yeah. I've been in the
course.
military nearly 20 years, and that's the main reason why Clobby and I haven't hung out. But this is a unique experience, and I'm certainly enjoying it, and I appreciate the opportunity. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Like old times, but it's just like yesterday when Scott Young and Claude and I went to see the motion picture. We kind of said that we're like old times because we hadn't got a chance to do this in a long time, and so is this, man. So appreciate
Well,
it.
I'm definitely going to con too. I'm not missing.
We'll
that.
try to go to RaptorCon together, dude. If we can, maybe let's try it.
No doubt.
So, well, let's see here. Bunch of great people showed up here tonight. Hungry Boy, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Pleasant Valley Picker, the Comic Relief Crusader, Maria Watiatelli popped in. Apollomy popped in. D-Bud, Pleasant Valley. Max Redstone, Larry, Grifter, Oliver Belamonte, J.D. Lewis, Eric K., Chris Persia, Kal-El, buddy. Thank you. The wonderful R.M. Briggs. Larry. J-Man was here earlier. Tiger Stripes was here. Man, I'm trying to name them all. But it's
The
tough.
great
Always-
retro blasting team.
Oh,
And
thanks.
Melinda, right? Yeah, Melinda.
Yeah,
was here
Michael
too.
and Melinda were here. Retro Blasting was here. Melinda was here. I love you guys. Thank you for popping in earlier when you popped in. It's tough to name everybody, with my garbage memory. JD Lewis was here. The Comic Relief Crusader. I know I'm probably doubling naming some of them twice. Let me see. Wagner was here. Mr. Angel popped in. J25
right, yeah.
popped in. Yeah, man, we had a great crowd, man. You guys are all fantastic. Dave was here. My cousin Dave Rayburn was here. Let's see. I doubt I'm going to find everybody on here, but Pop Culture Curator popped in. Your Muslim uncle, my friend, thank you for being here. Peace be upon you.
How fun.
Indeed, Trevor Cunningham was here. Some weirdo named Mark D with the C was here. We won't count him.
Yeah, who was that? Who was that guy?
I
Kick
don't
him
know.
out.
What a weird
That
name.
guy's a pretty cool guy. He's got a cool first name too.
What the trouble? He misspelled it though.
Yeah.
He misspelled his damn name, Jimmy. Rod Thunderheart was here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with that because there are probably some other ones, but like I said, D. I know couldn't have forgotten D. Bud Martin, but I want to say it again.
Man
just
of
in
Iron.
case. Man of Iron, of course. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes you want to say it just in case because you never know. With my piece of crap memory. One thing I won't forget though is how Zax was here. There you go. That and Surly Tim. See, you have to go back for a reason. Get them all. You like to get everybody mentioned, even though a lot of them probably aren't even still here, but don't matter. It don't matter. So I just want to get the mentions for everybody there. Thank you all so much. Quick show notes. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be on the Great Stone Loki's channel. We will be reviewing, as we do once a month, we review a DC animated film once a month. We will be reviewing Green Lantern First Flight. Again, that is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, a Loki and Clobberin animation team-up special. So we do it once a month, like I said. And Wednesday, who knows? Maybe I'm thinking about doing something Star Wars related since it is the real Star Wars day. In July the 1st, don't forget, coming up, Iconicon 2 Electric Boogaloo. And they were not calling it that, by the way. And they will, I hope.
But they can. They can.
They might. Melinda, there you go. You have to change the name to Iconicon 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm so honored to be hosting the Toy Panels Comics. Toy Comics panel. Because a comic about panels would be weird. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm getting ready for it now. I have a great presentation. And I have some great fellers sitting in there on it with me. Ezra Goldstein, good to see you there. Zacharat, thank you for being here as well. I always feel like I miss somebody. Shalom indeed, Ezra. Thank you. All right, everybody. Well, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope to see you later in the week. Until
Be
then,
blessed.
Be blessed. Be brave. Or to quote an old comment, be pure, be vigilant, behave. And good night. Good night, my friends. Or as the master would say, farewell, my friends. Farewell forever. But at first, these important messages.